I woke up in a fantasy world called Illuvida. No cheat powers. No system. No cute cat girl greeting me at the spawn point. Just a language pack. That's it. That's my whole starter kit. Before I could even find a village, a squad of goblins grabbed me and dragged me to their underground dungeon. Their plan? Rip out my organs for hangover soup. Classic goblin hospitality. But right when the head goblin Alger was sharpening his knife, I spotted some goblin warriors carrying bows. Terrible bows. Embarrassing bows. And my brain, running on pure survival adrenaline, screamed, "Tell them you can make better ones." Thank God I was a cold weapons nerd back on Earth. I started explaining bow-making theory, and the goblin craftsmen were like, "This guy's legit." Just like that, I went from dinner to head leader 108, director of bow manufacturing. I didn't even get to negotiate my title. Now I call Alger Big Bro Gia and pretend I'm totally cool living among monsters. Meanwhile, I'm secretly planning my escape. But this dungeon is a maze full of creatures, and the forest outside is basically a death trap. So, patience. Today's big event? A banquet hosted by the boss himself, Garlon, one of the demon kings for heavenly kings. This dude is a 5-meter-tall abyssal titan. Dark red skin forged in hellfire. No real face. Carries a mithril spiked club called Skull Crusher that 2 guards can barely hold up. He walked in, and the whole hall went dead silent. Then he yelled, "Keep the music playing, keep dancing," and everyone went wild again. But the main event? Oh, the main event is, draw a number, get a wife. Yeah. Garlon raided a bunch of border towns, captured a ton of prisoners, picked out 108 women, and now all 108 leaders get to draw lots. I've been forcibly enrolled in the most unhinged arranged marriage lottery in Ice-Sky history. I walked up to the table, grabbed a stick. Number 13. They brought her in. Silver white hair. Light armor. Not crying. Not screaming. She walked straight up to me, grabbed my hand, and said, "Are you my future husband?" Garlon laughed from his throne. "That one's a holy knight from the church." I sealed all her powers. "She's being obedient to survive, so you won't even need to tame her. Except. Right at that moment, something activated in my eyes. I could suddenly read her stats. Name, Reina Leonard Sislet. Age 18. Faith, Goddess Illuvida and the Seraphim. Traits, Flame Saint, so righteous it's scary, Best Actress. Level 29. Her skills include things like Eternal Punishment Holy Flame and Holy Light Shield LV.40. And then, the evaluation line. As the newly appointed Flame Saint, Reina is pretending to be a captured knight. Her real mission is to assassinate your boss Garlon, and also kill you, her convenient husband. My wife is here to murder me. Lord Garlon. Can I draw again? Okay, so obviously I should have reported Reina's true identity to Garlon like a loyal minion. But let's think about this for 2 seconds. 1. I'm not loyal. I'm loyal to staying alive. 2. If I snitch on Reina, she'll burn me to ash before Garlon can even react. I'm standing right next to her. I'm the closest target. I die first. 3. I'm a human. Even though I'm not from this world, I'm still Team Humanity. That's literally why I want to escape this dungeon. So snitching is out. But keeping her as my wife? Also out. She wants to chop me into pieces. Then my genius brain kicked in. If she wants to kill her husband, then I just need to not be her husband. Simple. Revolutionary. Nobel Prize material. I asked Garlon to let me redraw. And right then, something new popped up in my head. Sequence 53 God Entertainment Till Death has entered your channel. They gave you a thumbs up and tipped 100 points. What? Gods? Channels? Points? Am I a live streamer now? No time to process that because both Garlon and Reina were glaring at me. Garlon stood up from his throne, all 5 meters of him, and looked down at me like I was a bug. What's wrong with this female knight? Reina started panicking too. Her whole infiltration plan depends on getting assigned to someone inside. If I reject her, she's done. She grabbed my arm, eyes glistening with tears. You're unsatisfied with me? Whatever it is, I'll fix it. Oscar-worthy performance. Her, Best Actress, trait is no joke. I gritted my teeth and went nuclear. Lord Garlon. I don't like human women. Why not? You're human. Because she's hideously ugly. Now here's the thing. Demons can't tell human faces apart. To them, we all look the same. Garlon believed you. But Reyna has silently sworn to dismember you into 8 pieces. Cool, 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 cool. Reyna kept up the act, blushing and saying she'd satisfy me in every other way. A god called Pure Love is Invincible entered my channel and tipped me 500 points because they were moved by her heartfelt confession. Are you serious? You're a god and you can't tell she's acting? I pushed harder. Lord Garlon, I'll trade 6 months of salary for 1 redraw. Pure Love is Invincible is cursing you out and calling you a points scammer. They want their 500 points back. Refund? Absolutely not. I don't even know what points do yet, but free stuff is free stuff. Garlon agreed to let me redraw, but then he picked up Skull Crusher. If even a fellow human finds this knight too ugly to keep, she's useless. He was going to smash Reyna to death. Oh no. Oh no. Reyna's eyes went cold. Her cover was blown anyway. She was ready to fight Garlon right here, right now. A suicide mission. Before fighting Garlon, Reyna plans to incinerate you first, just to vent. I'm going to die either way. Accept her. She kills me later. Reject her. She kills me right now. Entertainment till death thinks this is hilarious. They followed your channel. First follower. Reward. 1,000 points skill. Silver tongue LV.1. Makes your words more persuasive. Great. Wonderful. Instead of a combat skill or a teleportation skill, I got a talking skill. I'm about to die and the universe gave me a debate club trophy. But Garlon had already raised his club. Reyna was gathering her power. The whole room was 1 second from exploding. I had no choice. I grabbed Reyna's hand and bowed to Garlon. Thank you, Lord Garland, for this generous gift. I changed my mind. She's perfect. I'll keep her. Dead silence. Reyna. Garlon. Every single demon in the hall. Then Garlon absolutely lost it. You dare make a fool of me? You humans really are fickle creatures. He asked to redraw. I said yes. He redraws. Then he immediately takes it back? One of the 4 heavenly kings of the demon army does not get jerked around by some bug-level human. I think it's time. To replace my 108th leader, Garlon raised Skull Crusher. Aimed at me. Garlon was about to flatten me with Skull Crusher, and I had exactly 1 card left to play. My brand new skill, Silver Tongue. Lord Garlon, my loyalty to you is as true as the sun and moon. I cranked it up to maximum sincerity. Explained that I wasn't mocking him. I was actually respecting the sacred rules of wife lottery by having second thoughts and then accepting the result. It made 0 logical sense, but Silver Tongue doesn't care about logic. Then a prompt popped up. Did I want to spend points to upgrade the skill? Yes. Yes, I did. I dumped 900 of my 1,800 points instantly. Silver Tongue jumped from level 1 to level 4. The difference was immediate. Garlon slowly lowered his club. His face went from, I will end your bloodline, to, that actually kinda makes sense. Then my goblin bro Alger stepped in with the clutch assist. Lord Garlon. Lin En is the most honest human I've ever met. He's genuinely sorry. Plus he's talented at bow making. Let him make up for this mistake with his work. Bro. I could kiss this little green man right now. Garlon finally had an excuse to not kill me. He tossed Skull Crusher back to his guards. Fine. You can redeem yourself. Get out of my sight. I pulled Reyna down to kneel with me. Thank you, Lord Garland. Alive. Still alive. For now. Oh. And during all this drama, because I was holding Reyna's hand for the performance, that idiot god Pure Love is Invincible started crying about how beautiful our love was. Followed my channel. Gave me 500 more points and a new skill called Mental Fortress LV.1. Blocks mental attacks, mind reading, and psychic corruption. This god literally cannot tell that Reyna wants to chop me into mincemeat and feed me to dogs. How is this being a deity? Who hired you? Back at our seats, Reyna poured me wine like a perfect, obedient wife. Thank you so much, Lord Lin En. I will serve you faithfully from now on. I watched her act. Honestly impressive. The best actress trait is carrying hard. First things first, I owed Alger a drink. I raised my cup. Big bro, you saved my life. I'll drink first to show respect. And I chugged half a cup. Mental pollution detected. Skill Mental Fortress passively activated. Wait, getting tipsy counts as mental pollution? The skill kicked in, and I felt absolutely nothing. Half a cup of demon wine, and I was stone cold sober. Like drinking water. Actually, that's amazing. I'm immune to getting drunk now. Alger was impressed. This demon brew knocks most humans out after half a cup. You can really hold your liquor. Yeah, buddy, if only you knew. He still scolded me a little. Lin En, remember, whatever the king gives you is a blessing. Even if this night girl is the ugliest creature alive, you accept her and say thank you. Reina has added the goblin to her kill list. After the assassination, she will dismember both of you. Yes, 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 you're absolutely right, bro. Everything I want to say is in this drink. I downed another full cup. Meanwhile, I was already scheming. My plan was simple. Reina won't kill me until after she assassinates Garlon. So I have time. During that window, I need to earn Alger's trust, get assigned to an outside mission, and run. Out of the dungeon. Out of the mist forest. Out of this nightmare. The party wrapped up with Garlon announcing the Autumn Offensive, a big campaign to conquer a border fortress of the Cydric Kingdom, then move everyone out of this underground dump and into a human city. Every demon in the hall went crazy chanting, "Make demons great again." I had to raise my cup for the group toast. Drank another half cup. Obedience potion detected causing severe mental pollution. Skill Mental Fortress passively activated. Skill Mental Fortress level 2 low, struggling to resist. I froze. Obedience potion? That doesn't just appear in wine by itself. Reina poured that wine. Reina poured every cup I drank. This woman drugged me. She slipped a mind control potion into my drink, so I'd become her obedient little puppet? Obedience potion. The name says it all. Reina wants to turn me into her puppet. Use me as a meat shield? A disposable pawn? Surely not an actual husband, right? She moved fast. Way faster than I expected. If I didn't have Mental Fortress, I'd already be her mindless slave right now. But the skill was too low level to fully block the potion. No problem, dump points into it. I burned 700 points without blinking. Mental Fortress went from level 1 to level 3. Still not enough? I'll throw in the other 700. Successfully resisted Obedience Potion Mental Pollution. Okay, safe. For now. But new problem. Reina thinks I'm under her control. When she starts giving me orders, what do? Fake it. Or come clean. Coming clean means she might just kill me on the spot to shut me up. She already wants to mince me into dog food, remember? The gods had opinions, naturally. Entertainment till death wanted me to fake it. 500 points if the results were funny enough. Pure Love is invincible, wanted me to confess everything, because lies are the greatest enemy of true love, 1,000 points on the spot. But if I didn't confess, there would be severe condemnation. The 1,000 was tempting, but let's be real. If I tell Reina the truth and she cuts my head off, is Pure Love gonna revive me? No. These gods can talk trash and throw points around, but they can't actually interfere with reality. If they could, why would I be scared of anyone? One god is here for entertainment. The other one thinks me and the woman who wants to feed me to dogs are soulmates. Neither is reliable. I'm on my own, so I put down my empty cup like nothing happened. Reina, still playing the perfect wife, poured me more wine. Alger, now drunk off his green goblin face, watched us and grinned. Lin En, your wife may be ugly, but at least she knows how to serve a man. Unlike my beast woman. She fainted the moment she found out she belongs to a goblin now. Both me and Reina were dying inside for completely different reasons. The banquet finally ended. I pretended to be drunk, stumbling, swaying, and brought Reina back to my little wooden shack next to Alger's place. The goblins gave me housing, which was nice. Also surveillance, which was less nice. The second I closed the door, Reina dropped the act. Kneel. I knelt. One knee. Gotta sell the mind control thing. She sat down in front of me, crossed her legs, and let me have it. You disgusting human traitor. Siding with demons. Shameless. And you call me ugly? Made me pour your wine. When my mission is done, I will skin you alive. I knelt there silently taking verbal abuse from my wife. Great start to the marriage. After venting, she started interrogating me. Name, hometown, how I got here, why I'm a leader. I told her mostly truth. Captured near Kern town, made leader because I know bows. I couldn't exactly say, oh, I'm from planet Earth, fell asleep in math class. She believed everything because she thought I was mind-controlled. But then she looked at me with cold eyes. Even if you were captured, you should have chosen death over serving demons. You deserve to die. This is what, so righteous it's scary, means as a character trait. This woman infiltrated a demon stronghold alone on a suicide assassination mission. Of course she has zero sympathy for someone who chose survival over honor. Then she demanded intelligence about the dungeon layout. Don't know, I said. Lady. I just told you I was captured recently. When exactly was I supposed to survey the entire fortress? Did you not listen to anything I said? Do you have a brain? That last thought must have shown on my face because Reina caught the look in my eyes. Something like disrespect, contempt, the kind of look a mind-controlled puppet would never make. She suddenly stood up and swung her sword at my head. I dodged. Pure reflex. Couldn't help it. The blade stopped in midair. She never intended to hit me. It was a test. A controlled puppet wouldn't dodge. A controlled puppet wouldn't have attitude in his eyes. A controlled puppet wouldn't question orders. You were faking it. Her face went pale. The obedience potion didn't work on you. I was drenched in cold sweat. One stupid flinch, and I blew my entire cover. Your act is exposed, she said through gritted teeth. I'll just kill you first. Right then, something new appeared. Main Quest 1. Survive the desperate situation type. Main Quest. Rank? E. Success condition. Don't get killed by Reina. Time limit. 3 minutes. Reward. 500 points. Failure penalty. Death. Oh good, a quest system now. Very helpful. The success condition is literally, don't die, revolutionary game design. And the gods? Entertainment till death, was disappointed I got caught by such a simple trick. Refused to pay the 500 points. Cheapskate. Pure love is invincible, was furious I lied to Reina instead of being honest. They now support Reina killing me. Both of my divine sponsors just abandoned me at the same time. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. No time to be mad at those two idiot gods. Reina's sword was right there, and my brain went into overdrive. Fight her? With what? She's got holy flames, seraph blessings, and like 5 combat skills. I've got the ability to talk good. Beg for mercy? She already branded me a race traitor. Miss Righteous to the point of insanity, doesn't do mercy. So the only option was to bluff my way out. I dumped all remaining points into Silver Tongue. But the system hit me with character level too low. Can only upgrade to LV.5. 400 points refunded. Are you kidding me? There's a level CAP? Fine. Level 5 Silver Tongue. Please be enough. Please. I stood up, locked eyes with Reina, and went full intimidation mode. The newly appointed flame saint of the church, Reina Leonard Sislet. You think you can kill me? She froze. Completely froze. How? How do you know who I am? What are you? Got her. I don't just know who you are. I know why you're here. She shook her head. Impossible. Even if you somehow know my identity, there's no way you know my mission. It's top secret. You're here to assassinate Garlon. Her face went white as paper. I leaned into the mystery man act. I possess powers beyond your understanding. I know everything about you. Reina. You. Know everything about me? She turned bright red. Because everything means everything. Oh God. Oh no. I went too far with the cool act. I slapped myself mentally. I mean, your identity, your strength, and your mission. That's what I know. Nothing else. Please don't overthink this. She kept her sword up, but started probing. So you have some kind of detection skill? But probably zero combat ability, right? She was testing me. Trying to figure out if she could just stab me and be done with it. I didn't take the bait. My combat power is roughly equal to yours. That's exactly why I faked being mind-controlled instead of fighting. If we go at it here, neither wins cleanly. We both get exposed. And in a dungeon swarming with monsters, we both die. Roughly equal? I'm level 4, and she's level 29. I told the most outrageous lie of my life with a completely straight face. Entertainment till death admires your bluffing ability. Tipped 100 points. Pure love is invincible, is screaming that you're a liar deceiving poor Reina again. Sequence 10 God, Seraphim, has entered your channel. They are watching you. The Seraphim, the actual angel that Reina worships. The one giving her divine protection. Now watching my channel. Watching me lie to their chosen saint. Cool. Very cool. Not terrifying at all. But whatever. Gods can't intervene directly. Reina's sword can kill me. Priorities. Between Silver Tongue and my confident act, Reina finally stopped wanting to murder me. Her sword lowered. So, you weren't actually captured by the goblins? Oh, I was captured. I just let them capture me. Same as you. I'm undercover. You're an infiltrator too? For what purpose? Who are you? Who I am and what I want doesn't matter. What matters is, we're not enemies. That did it. Reina's sword vanished. Main quest: survive the desperate situation. Complete. Rewards flooded in. 500 points, 5 character levels. All 4 stats up by 5. Both skills up by 1. I check my updated stats. Level 9. Stats in the 9 to 12 range. Silver Tongue, LV.6. Mental Fortress, LV.4. Then I check the evaluation section. Entertainment till death considers you an amusing rookie. Pure Love is invincible considers you a girl-deceiving scumbag. Combined evaluation, rookie scumbag. Screw both of you. Also, comparing my stats to Reina's, she's literally triple me in everything. She could absolutely one-shot me. My roughly equal combat power line was the biggest con of the century. One interesting thing though, Reina doesn't have fans or points in her stats. I do, because of my unique traits, transmigrator and streamer. The gods are basically my audience. More followers means more points, more skills, more everything. So, I need to grow my channel. I'm literally a content creator in a fantasy death dungeon. Reina broke my train of thought. Since we both have our own identities and goals, let's be direct. My plan to control you failed, but I'm not giving up the assassination. You will help me. Unconditionally. Wow, the Saintess is pretty bossy, huh? You know too much about me. Either cooperate, or I kill you. Kill me, and you blow your own cover. We're tied together, then we both die. I don't care. Fine. You win. No way I was calling that bluff. I'll help you assassinate Garlon. But you have to help me with something too. What? I'll tell you when the time comes. I wasn't being mysterious on purpose. I want her to escort me out after the mission. But if I say that now, she'll realize I have 0 combat ability and the whole equal strength collapses. She agreed. We had a deal. Then, knock knock knock. Someone was at the door. My face changed instantly. I whispered urgently to Reina. Quick, get on the bed, Reina. A sword materialized in her hand, and the blade stopped exactly 0.01 centimeters from my throat. 0.01 centimeters. That's how close I came to being a headless corpse because I told my fake wife to get on the bed. Don't misunderstand. I whispered without moving a muscle. I'm being watched by the demons. Whoever's at that door, if they see you just standing there like a weirdo, they'll get suspicious. So get on the bed. Reina gritted her teeth. Why would they be suspicious? Why do I have to? Bang, bang, bang. The knocking turned into full-on door smashing. Because you're my wife, remember? Her eyes went wide. She'd literally forgotten. The greatest infiltrator the church ever produced forgot the most basic part of her cover story. She dove under the blankets so fast, she left an afterimage. Crash. Door flew open. It was Alger. We stared at each other in silence. Why didn't you open the door? My brain was still rebooting from the near-death throat experience. But Reina, God bless her best actress trait, let out a perfectly timed shriek from under the covers. That snapped me into character instantly. I turned toward the bed and barked. Shut up, stupid woman. It's just big broge, yeah. Then I turned to Alger with my best sheepish grin. Sorry. I was, getting dressed. Took a minute. Alger shook his head with a little smirk. Ah, you were busy. My bad for interrupting. But this is urgent. He waved for me to follow him outside. I glanced back at Reina as I left. Gotta admit, she recovered fast. Good instincts for undercover work. Seeing you two act like a married couple fooled Pure Love is invincible, so hard they're rolling around in bed squealing. Tipped 200 points. Rolling around squealing? Did this god not see the sword at my throat 3 seconds ago? On the way out, I scanned Alger's stats for the first time. Level 20. Stats in the low 20s. Skills include Blood Frenzy, Whirlwind Slash, and Bloodthirst Strike. Evaluation. Clever, capable, bold, and careful. Honestly, not that strong. He's only ranked 5th because he's smart, not because he's powerful. He got promoted the old-fashioned way, by keeping his boss happy. It's basically a corporate dungeon. Reina could wipe the floor with him. I also noticed that Alger worships the demon god, Killamsorn, while Reina worships goddess Olivida. Those are probably the 2 big-shot deities of this world. Man, if I could get a top-tier god to follow my channel. We walked through the dark tunnels lit by magic crystals until we reached a guarded cave. 2 goblin sentries stepped aside for Alger. Inside were people. Human prisoners. Dozens of them crammed into tiny iron cages like animals. When they saw us, a goblin and a human walking together, they all shrank back in terror, cages rattling everywhere. Alger cracked his whip on the ground. Quiet, slaves. Instant silence. Then he handed me the whip. These are more prisoners from Garland's campaign. The useless ones were already killed. These survivors are yours now. Put them to work making and improving bows, so that's what this was about. I just got a workforce. Leader 108 is no longer a one-man department. And Lin En, Alger warned, don't go soft on them just because they're human. If your output doesn't satisfy Lord Garland, these slaves lose their heads. And you won't be far behind. Understood, big bro. I'll work them hard. Overtime shifts. We'll have Garland's bows ready for the autumn offensive, no question. Good man. I knew I picked right. I could feel the prisoner's eyes burning into my back. Anger. Disgust. Contempt. To them, I'm the ultimate traitor, a human cracking the whip for monsters. What could I even say? I'm dancing on a knife's edge too. On the walk back, Alger gave me one more piece of wisdom. Your skills are solid. Just make sure you can manage these slaves properly. And don't let women distract you. This again? Just because I didn't answer the door fast enough? Don't get too attached, he continued. Next campaign, you'll get 7 or 8 wives from the lottery. Haha. You're so right, big bro. Women are like clothes. Brothers are what really matter. Yes. Exactly. Alger clapped his hands. Humans really do have a way with words. Entertainment till death applauds your acting. Tipped 100 points. Pure love is invincible, condemns you for comparing women to clothing. Seraphim finds your demon bootlicking disgusting. 2 gods now hate me. Oh well. Add it to the pile. Nobody, not gods, not demons, not a sword-happy saintess, is going to stop me from getting out of this dungeon alive. I got back to the shack and announced loudly, I'm home, giving Reyna a heads up, in case she was, I dunno, sharpening a sword or plotting my death or something. But no, Reyna wasn't there. She was gone. Reyna was gone. Ice-cold panic shot straight up my spine. We're on the same boat now. If she does something stupid and gets caught, the demons will torture her, and she'll definitely rat me out. I always assume the worst because the worst keeps happening to me. I was seconds away from making a run for it when a shadow slipped through the window. Reyna, I shut the window, and Whisper yelled. Where did you go? She brushed dust off herself casually. I followed you and that goblin. You followed me? Why? Because I was worried you'd sell me out. You looked so convincing licking that goblin's boots. Total traitor energy. If you'd said one word about me, I would have killed you both on the spot. Listen. That, bootlicking, is called acting. It's the only reason I'm still alive. But fine. We both suspected the other would backstab us. Fair enough. I told her about the cave, the human prisoners that are now my workforce for bow production. Huh, she sneered. The demons really do value their little pet human. I ignored the attitude. Me being valued means I'm more useful for your mission. Now tell me your assassination plan. She explained. Garland is way stronger than her. Her only shot is getting close enough for a surprise attack. Bad news, I said. Garland keeps 10 personal guards with him at all times. Picked from the top leaders. Perfect. Become one of those 10 guards. Then I have access. I just got here 2 days ago. I'm a human. I'm ranked last. How am I supposed to become his personal guard? Without blinking, she said. Build up your achievements. Earn his trust. Easy for you to say. Exceed your work targets. Produce more bows than expected. Then volunteer for extra assignments. Grind achievements like crazy. I stared at her. Oh my God. You're a hustle queen. If this woman was born on Earth, she'd be the kind of person who sleeps 4 hours, does overtime for free, and somehow also runs a side business. Back in the church, she's probably exactly that type. Think about it. She's a newly promoted saint with mediocre power, and she volunteered for a solo suicide mission to assassinate one of the 4 heavenly kings. She's betting everything on one insane play to fast-track her career. She tilted her head. What's a hustle queen? Never mind. Point is, what you're describing is easier said than done. What's so hard about it? You said you're strong. I'm strong. Together we can outperform any demon here. I said I was strong? All right. I told her we're roughly equal in power. That lie is going to haunt me forever. But actually, with a secret saint-level combat partner helping behind the scenes, Maybe I can boost my performance numbers. That might actually work. Of course it works. Then I asked the real question. Why are you doing this? Assassinating a heavenly king solo is basically suicide. What did the church promise you? Her expression hardened. My best friend was killed by Garlon. I'm here for revenge. Wait, this is personal? The church doesn't even know you're here? There's no backup? She smiled faintly. Correct. If I fail, I die here. If I succeed, I'll probably get stripped of my title for going rogue. Either way, I have nothing to lose. Seraphim applauds Reina's resolve and hopes you learn from her. Pure love is invincible, applauds Reina, and says you should learn from your wife. Yeah. Learn from her. Study hard. Make progress every day. Got it. But knowing she's completely alone made the situation feel way more dire. I need an escape plan. She pushed back. I've been honest with you. Your turn. Who are you? Why are you really here? Trust me. I'm more reliable than you think. Did I hope so? She didn't buy it, but she dropped it. For now she'd cooperate and stay alert. If I betray her, she'll just kill me then. Simple math. All right, let's sleep. I yawned and flopped onto the bed. You're on the bed. Where do I sleep? Also on the bed. Excuse me. Before you summon your sword again, may I remind you, we're married. If the demons check on us and we're sleeping separately, it blows our cover. She processed this for a long, furious moment, then climbed in. You're not taking off your armor? You sleep in light plate? Obviously. If you try anything while I'm asleep, I swear I'll. Her face went red. Touch me, and I cut your hands off. Relax. Who'd want to? We lay there in the dark. Hey, stop hogging the entire blanket. Aren't you the flame saint? Generate your own heat. It doesn't work like that. There's no fire source in here. Deal with it. You won't freeze to death. I scooted slightly toward the middle and felt something sharp press against my back. A dagger. Cross the line, she said icily. And you lose a kidney. Fine. And you don't cross to my side either. Why would I? Who knows? We settled into hostile silence. She fell asleep first. Must have been exhausted from the whole captured infiltrator routine. Pure love is invincible, wants you to make a move. 1,000 points if you do. Entertainment till death seconds that. Not for 1,000. Not for 10,000. I value my limbs. Now, for 1,000,000 points? I consider a tactical approach. With 1,000,000 points, I wouldn't need to fear her anyway. But for now, I spent my remaining 1,300 points upgrading my stats and skills before passing out. Strength is the only thing that'll keep me alive in this hellhole. Last night, I spent all 1,300 points. Bumped strength to LV.12, magic to LV.13, and mental fortress to LV.5. Broke in an instant. Easy to spend, hard to earn. I upgraded strength because I need harder fists. Magic because it boosts how often and how long I can use skills. In a world where the strong eat the weak, these two stats are king. My only skills are Silver Tongue and Mental Fortress. Both non-combat. I literally cannot punch my way out of anything. Everything I've survived so far has been pure mouth power. That can't be sustainable. I need a combat skill. And points. Lots of points. My two current skills came from gods following my channel. The Seraphim entered my channel, but hasn't followed yet. If I could get that follow, maybe I'd unlock something with actual killing potential. Quests also give rewards, but my one completed quest only paid 500 points. Based on years of gaming experience, better quests should give better stuff. Hopefully. As for earning points, god tips, quest rewards, and level up bonuses. Problem is, my two divine sponsors are completely unreliable clowns. One's here for laughs, the other thinks I'm in a romance anime. So this is what being a streamer means. I laugh bitterly. My two traits are transmigrator and streamer. First one's obvious. Second one, I'm basically a content creator and the gods are my viewers. Someone deliberately set this up. Was I summoned here on purpose? Are there other transmigrators out there streaming for gods? The more I thought about it, the more it felt like a conspiracy. But what could I do? Play the cards I've got. Who knew napping in math class could be this dangerous? My brain turned to mush and I passed out. Next morning, we opened our eyes at the exact same moment. Face to face, inches apart. We went to sleep back to back. We woke up nose to nose. You crossed the line, we both yelled simultaneously. And oh, you crossed the line. Again, perfect sync. But I had evidence. Your hand was on me. By your rules from last night, that's a chopping offense. Hand please. She yanked her arm back in a panic. Why you crossed too? Really? Show me. My hands, feet, and entire body are all on my side. Where exactly did I cross? Your shirt crossed the line. Fine. I'll hand over the shirt for punishment. Now give me your left hand for the chop. She was grinding her teeth so hard I could hear it. My sleeping posture has always been perfect. You obviously pulled my hand onto yourself while I was asleep. Oh, playing dirty now? The Great Flame Saint is a sore loser. I am not a sore loser. My hand is needed for killing Garlon. After he's dead, then you can chop it. I stared at her completely serious face. Couldn't tell if that was real or another Best Actress moment. How about this? I proposed. Your violation goes on record. If, and I'm saying if, I accidentally cross tonight, we cancel each other out. No chopping. Deal? She agreed reluctantly. Don't you dare cross on purpose. Who would want to? Reina genuinely wants to chop you in half. Yeah, I know. The fact she hasn't turned me into dog food already counts as mercy from her holiness. Time to get up and start the Hustle Queen plan. Grind performance. Impress Garlon. Get close enough to stab him. 2 reminders, I told Reina while washing up. 1. Garlon sealed your powers with forbidden magic. That's your cover. Never reveal your real strength. If you accidentally do, kill the witness. No one except me can know. I don't need you to tell me that. 2. Remember, you're my why. Shameless. This is worse for me than you. You think I wanted to draw your number? I wanted a cat girl. Just play the role, I said. She bit her lip and accepted it. Her original plan was to use the obedience potion on whoever drew her, so it didn't matter who. But the potion didn't work on me, and now she's stuck pretending to be the loving wife of someone she wants to murder. Tough luck. After she finished washing up, I announced, take my arm. We're going to the street for breakfast. Is that really necessary? First day? Yes. After today, we can skip it. Fine. She hooked her arm through mine. We stepped outside looking like the most loving couple in the dungeon. Don't get any weird ideas, she whispered. This is strictly an act. Don't flatter yourself. I whispered back. I like cat girls. Reina is mentally calling you a pervert. A human who likes cat girls. Absolute deviant. Call me whatever you want. I had bigger things on my mind. Like, where's my payment from Pure Love is invincible. We're literally arm in arm right now. This is premium couple content. Right on cue. You and Reina are walking arm in arm first thing in the morning, showing off your love for all to see. Pure Love is invincible, says the couple content is delicious. They've gifted you an item, perfect love letter. Wait, not points this time. An actual item? This really is a live stream. Gods can send gifts now? But what the hell is a perfect love letter? I checked the item info immediately. Perfect love letter. A-rank item. One-time use. Makes the target obey your commands after being moved by your words. Doesn't work well on targets with high mental resistance. So it's basically a mind control item disguised as romance. Useless against Garlon. The dude's a heavenly king. His mental resistance is probably through the roof. Otherwise, I'd walk up to him right now and say, Dear Garlon, please cut your own throat. Love, Lin En. Might work on Alger or weaker monsters though. Worth keeping. It's valued at 1,000 points, and I can convert it to points if I want. But no, I'll hold on to it. First actually useful thing Pure Love is invincible has ever given me. Reina and I walked arm in arm through the dungeon streets. The underground city was bustling with monsters everywhere. We were the only 2 humans. Extremely conspicuous. Reina was visibly tense. I was cool as a cucumber. Why? Because I'm leader 108, baby. I've got an ID tag on my belt. Monsters saw it and backed right off. When you lose your usefulness, Reina whispered. Do you think Garlon will spare you? Do you think these monsters will still respect you? I know you're reminding me not to get comfortable. Relax. I'll help you finish the assassination before that happens. I also told her I'd get her an ID tag, so she could move around freely without being glued to my side. Because honestly, neither of us could survive that arrangement. Lin En. Over here. Alger waved us over. He was eating breakfast with a lizard man named Bennett, leader 21, in charge of dungeon patrols. I scanned Bennett's stats. Slightly stronger than Alger. But both of them combined still couldn't take Reina. Good to know. Morning, big bro Gia. Morning, big bro Bennett. I greeted them with my brightest bootlicker smile and elbowed Reina. She switched on Best Actress mode and smiled sweetly. Bennett eyed Reina with interest. She's pretty obedient for a knight. All thanks to Lord Garland's sealing magic, I said smoothly. She knows which side her bread is buttered on. In fact, I'm planning to put her to work as my assistant. More hands contributing to the cause. Reyna is now seriously questioning whether you're actually a committed race traitor. It's called acting. Bennett was impressed. If only all humans had your attitude. He offered us breakfast, grilled meat or fish. Fish, no hesitation. They killed a bunch of human prisoners yesterday. That meat could be anything. I'm not gambling. While eating, I steered the conversation exactly where I needed it. So Bennett, I heard you made Garland's personal guard again. Congratulations. Must be an honor. Bennett grinned but then sighed. It is, but now my patrol team is short-staffed while I'm on guard duty. I pounced. Need any help? Reyna glanced at me. She knew. The hustle plan was in motion. Alger cut in. Lin En, don't forget your actual job. Of course not, big bro. I mean on top of my bow production work. Let me help you guys on the side. Please. I insist. Dead silence. Then Bennett slammed the table. Lin En, you really want to climb the ladder? Huh, you got me, I said with fake embarrassment. I want to prove myself. Maybe someday get picked as Garland's personal guard. Bennett grinned wide. With that kind of drive, I have to let you help. Bennett desperately wanted an assistant. Your volunteering was exactly what he hoped for. Just like that, I secured side quests. Performance metrics go up. Then a goblin guard came running over, completely out of breath. Alger glared. What? Did the Demon King show up? Did a hero party break in? One of the human prisoners in the cave escaped. What? They escaped? No, we caught him again. But, you said last night these prisoners belong to leader Lin En now. So I came to ask what to do. Alger slapped his forehead. Right? He pulled out a short knife and slammed it on the table. Lin En, go kill the one who tried to escape. My blood ran cold. I've never killed anyone in my life. Back on Earth, I never even killed a chicken. Here in this world, I'm not the one doing the killing. I'm the one constantly almost being killed. And now Alger wants me to execute someone? My stomach flipped, but I kept my face stone cold. Alger and Bennett were watching. I picked up the knife. We arrived at the scene. A brown-haired kid tied to a wooden post. The runaway slave. My slave now, technically. All the other prisoners had been dragged out of their cages to watch the execution. Classic fear tactic. Kill one to scare the rest. Looking at him, I saw myself from 2 days ago. Tied up. Terrified. About to die. The only difference was I'd been quick enough to prove my value. This kid was shaking so badly, he could barely form words. If I absolutely had to kill someone to survive, I would. But we weren't at that point yet. Time to act. You little. I stormed up to the post, screaming, face twisted with rage. You tried to escape? Serving Lord Garland is a blessing. You ungrateful trash. I raised the knife. Everyone, the goblins, Reyna, the prisoners, all thought the blade was coming down. But instead I cupped my ear and yelled. What? You're a craftsman? A bow-making craftsman from your village. The kid's eyes went wide. He understood instantly. Why yes, I'm a craftsman. I can help you. I'll never run again. Long live the great Lord Garland. Smart kid. Didn't need a second hint. But we weren't done. Alger and Bennett were still watching. You think I'll believe that? You're lying to save your skin. I'll split you in half. Right on cue, the kid turned to the other prisoners. Chrisman, Derek, Hull, tell them I'm a craftsman. And those prisoners? They caught on immediately. Brady is a craftsman. The best in our village. His bows sell for over 10 silver coins. Please spare him. We'll all work hard for Lord Garland. Beautiful ensemble performance. Standing ovation. Shut up, I roared, wrapping up the show. I walked back to Alger, looking conflicted. Big bro, this kid says he makes bows. He'd be useful to me. We need every hand we can get right now. Maybe. Spare him for now? Then I waited. Heart in my throat. Did Alger buy it? Did Bennett notice the prisoners were obviously covering for the kid? Silence. Bennett said nothing. Alger's green face was completely unreadable. I wanted to push harder, but stopped myself. Overselling would make it suspicious. I'd already used Silver Tongue. The acting was solid. If they still saw through it, my only backup plan was to have Reyna kill every monster in this room. Which would work. She's strong enough. But it would blow our cover and get us hunted down by the entire dungeon. A desperate last resort. I was actually starting to regret this whole rescue attempt. Why was I risking my neck for some kid I didn't even know? Lin En, Alger spoke. Do you actually believe this Brady kid is a craftsman? My heart clenched. I could not say yes. Honestly, big bro? No. He's probably lying to save himself, and the others backed him up out of loyalty. Risky move. Incredibly risky, but the right one. Alger laughed. Huh, that's what I think too. Great minds think alike. Same here, Bennett chimed in. Humans are so sneaky. Should just kill them all. I stood there smiling while internally screaming. Not you though, Lin En, Bennett added. Your leader 108. Personally approved by Lord Garlon. His judgment is never wrong. Haha. Thanks, big bro Bennett. Look, it's easy to test whether Brady's lying. He's my subordinate now. I'll evaluate his skills personally. If he's got nothing, escape and lying, double penalty. I'll skin him alive myself. Bennett nodded. Made sense. Alger went quiet for a moment. Then, all right. We trust your judgment. I exhaled so hard I nearly collapsed. You tricked Alger and Bennett with acting and wordplay to save Brady. Entertainment till death is thrilled. Tipped 300 points. You risked your own safety to save Brady. This act of justice moved Seraphim to tears. They take back everything they said about you being a race traitor. Seraphim has followed your channel. Third follower. Rewards. 1,500 points. Skill Fire Dance Whirlwind LV.1. Item Blast Talisman. Fire Dance Whirlwind. An advanced sword technique that creates a devastating fire vortex. Blast Talisman. B-rank item. Creates an explosion. Worth 500 points. Jackpot. Points. A new skill. An item. And most importantly, a combat skill. I finally have something that can actually hurt things. All because I risked my life doing improv theater to save one scared kid. Alger handed me the reins. These slaves are yours. Take them to the workshop. Get those bows made. You got it, big bro, quality and quantity. And Bennett, once I'm done with my work, I'll come help your patrol team. Bennett slapped my shoulder. Good brother. The monsters left. Just me, Reyna, and the prisoners now. Everyone collectively exhaled. Someone immediately ran to untie Brady. I thought you'd just kill him, Reyna said quietly. To protect yourself? Like a real traitor would. Well, I said with a tired smile, since I didn't. Maybe stop calling me a traitor, she paused. That we'll see how you do going forward. Reyna's opinion of you has genuinely improved. She just won't admit it out loud. Sunder's saint. Wonderful. No time for feelings, though. Leader 108, head of Bow Production, officially reporting for duty. Day 1 starts now. Thank you, Lord Lin En. You are my only son. Loyalty. Devotion. Brady was practically worshipping me. The other prisoners followed suit, treating me like some kind of messiah. Yeah, no, I am nobody's savior. Their lives are still in demon hands. And honestly, I don't trust any of them yet. One snitch and I'm dead. So I shut it all down with 2 words. Get working. Love me. Hate me. I don't care. I need bow output. I need numbers. No performance numbers means no shot at becoming Garland's personal guard. No guard position means no assassination. No assassination means no escape. So yes, I am going full sweatshop boss. Call me evil. Call me Joe the Skin Peeler. I've made my peace. I brought assembly line thinking from the modern world into this medieval workshop. Split 20-something people into specialized teams. One group cuts wood. One group shapes. One group strings. Efficient. Beautiful. Like a factory in another world. Except everyone's a slave and the CEO is also a slave pretending to not be a slave. You actually have good ideas, said Reyna, my boss's wife, who was also on the production line. And you're surprisingly good with your hands, I said back. She was the fastest learner in the whole group, born to work the assembly line. Obviously, she said, flipping her hair. I'm naturally gifted and brilliant. Great. Then you can do extra. Reyna. Thought. She realized too late she'd walked right into that one. Pure love is invincible. Protest you exploiting Reyna this way. They want to see you exploit her in a different way. Or her exploit you. This god wants premium content. On MY channel? Sir, this is a workplace. By now I've figured out my 3 divine viewers pretty well. Pure love wants romance. Entertainment till death wants chaos and pranks. Seraphim wants justice and righteousness. 3 completely different audiences. And I, the desperate content creator, have to feed all 3. I blew through the 1,800 points I'd just earned, upgrading Fire Dance Whirlwind and my magic stat. Bumped my character level to 10. Combined with perfect love letter and blast talisman, I now have actual combat options if talking fails. Not strong, but not total garbage either. My current stats, level 10. Constitution 12, Strength 12, Agility 9, Magic 15. 3 skills. 3 God followers. 0 points. 2 items. Survivable. Barely. Reina. Here, have some water. I walked over and personally handed her a canteen. She was the only person in the workshop getting this treatment. Was I being sweet? Romantic? Caring? I was farming points from pure love is invincible. Brady and the others saw it and gushed. Boss Lin En really loves his wife. Reina got flustered. A strange feeling flickered across her face before vanishing. Tage, thanks, she muttered, taking the water. She quenched her thirst. I pocketed 100 points. Everyone wins. By noon, every demon worker in the workshop had clocked out for lunch. My team? Still grinding. Great work, everyone. Working for Lord Garlon isn't tiring at all, Brady shouted. This kid knows how to play the game. I gave them a motivational speech about the glory of 996 work schedules and sleeping at your workstation. Several people started looking at me like I was a monster. Fair. Keep working. Reina, Brady, come help me get everyone's lunch. We eat at our stations. We sleep at our stations. This is how we repay Lord Garland's boundless grace. The demon workers nearby were stunned. These human slaves are insane. Over lunch, Reina whispered to me, "Were you a factory owner back home? Why do you ask? Because you're really good at exploitation." Excuse me, whose idea was grind for performance? Her food suddenly tasted worse. I explained the afternoon plan. I'd go join Bennett's patrol squad to rack up extra achievements. She'd run the workshop. Multi-front hustle. Maximum performance metrics. Her own strategy. So I'm in charge of making them keep grinding. Exactly. No mercy. Squeeze every drop of productivity. They're safer the more valuable they are. Demons are way worse bosses than me. She nodded. She understood the logic. Be careful this afternoon, she said. I froze. Did you just show concern for me? She rolled her eyes. I'm worried you'll get caught and fold immediately. You're soft. One slap and you'd confess everything. I'm worried about being sold out. Ouch. But accurate. If the demons caught me, I wouldn't even need to be tortured. A scary look and I'd sing like a bird. I denied it anyway. Excuse you. I'm known as the toughest guy in Kern Town. Bullshit. And I don't believe you're from Kern Town either. I've never seen anyone with black hair and black eyes like yours. You're definitely from somewhere else. Believe what you want. All that matters is we're in this together. I can't exactly tell her I'm from planet Earth. Hey Reina, I fell asleep in math class and woke up here. She'd think I was insane. One last thing before leaving. Brady's sharp. Use him as your assistant manager. She nodded, eating quietly. I picked a piece of grilled fish from my plate and put it on hers. Reina, I smiled. You seem to like fish. Don't be shy. She turned away, whispered, thanks, and went completely still. Inside her head, though, total earthquake. Is this guy actually falling for me? Meanwhile, inside my head, sweet, another 200 points from pure love is invincible. That god is so easy to milk. I was so focused on farming points that I completely missed the fact that Reina's feelings were quietly starting to shift. After lunch, I headed out to report to Bennett's Lizardman patrol squad. Reina stayed behind to crack the whip on the assembly line. For the sake of performance metrics, let's go. The dungeon is massive. Bennett's Lizardman squad patrols the west side of the city, plus the forest outside the western exit. I showed up and met my contact, Joyce, Bennett's second-in-command. Big guy, dark-scaled, level 18 Lizardman warrior. He had 10 Lizardman soldiers under him, plus a half-beast man named True. True was terrifying, over 2 meters tall, level 20, tusks, carrying a club the size of my torso. Half-beast men are dumb, but incredibly tough and strong. One swing from that club, and I'd become tomato paste. Good thing we're on the same team, right? Right? Then a new notification appeared. Side quest. Time to fight like a man. Type. Side quest. Rank. B. Success condition. Eliminate all lizardmen in Joyce's squad. Time limit. 1 hour. Reward. 1,000 points S-rank item. Rainbow sword. Failure penalty. I'm sorry, what? I came here to be a helpful teammate, and this quest wants me to murder the team? I don't want to fight. I'm level 10. These lizardmen average higher than me. And there's TRU with his skull-crushing club. But 1,000 points. And an S-rank item. S-rank. The failure penalty was blank though. Undefined. Or no punishment. Either way, I decided to play it by ear. An S-rank weapon is incredible, but I need to be alive to use it. And it's not just my life. If I get caught doing something treasonous, Reyna and my whole workshop crew go down with me. The gods had their usual helpful input. Entertainment till death. What's your strategy? If you chicken out, I might unfollow. Seraphim. Destroy the monsters. Fight for justice. Tataki. Pure love is invincible. Don't fight. You'll expose yourself and endanger Reyna. Think about your wife. 2 want blood. 1 wants peace. Classic. If I pull this off, I get quest rewards plus probable bonus tips from 2 gods. High risk, high reward. The question is whether I've got the guts. Hey Joyce, got a spare sword I could borrow. Are you planning to literally borrow a knife to kill? Entertainment till death is intrigued. Just being prepared. Might not actually do it. Joyce happily lent me a one-handed knight's sword he'd looted from a kingdom soldier. He bragged about the kill. His lizardmen cheered. I, a human, had to smile and congratulate him for murdering one of my own species. This job sucks. We started patrolling inside the city. No chance to make a move here. Attacking inside the dungeon walls would be instant suicide. I had to wait until we reached the forest. Half an hour passed. City patrol done. Nothing happened. 30 minutes left on the quest timer. We're heading outside now. Stay sharp, Joyce ordered. Great. They're on high alert. And I swear True kept staring at me. Just staring. With those beady eyes. My skin was crawling. He's supposed to be dumb. There's no way he noticed anything. Right? We passed through the western exit into the mist forest. Fog everywhere, all day long. This forest is basically a natural fortress. Without a map, I'd never find my way out. That's exactly why I haven't tried to run. Usually nobody invades Garland's territory. But today, Joyce caught something. His orange reptile eyes narrowed. His forked tongue flicked. He pointed his blade southwest. Something's there. Move. The squad charged forward like sharks smelling blood. I quietly fell to the middle of the formation. If anything dangerous showed up, I was absolutely using these lizard men as human, lizard, shields. Then I saw them. Footprints on the ground. Human footprints. A human trespasser. Joyce grinned wickedly. Tonight's appetizer just volunteered, dude. I'm right here. Standing right next to you. Also human. Thanks for the sensitivity. But my brain was already spinning. This was my opportunity. Not just for the quest, for everything. If I save this trespasser, they can tell me how to navigate the mist forest. That's my escape route. The plan crystallized. Wait, Captain Joyce, I said confidently. I suggest we split into 2 groups. Flank from left and right. The intruder won't stand a chance. Great idea. I'll take 6 lizard men and go left. You take True and the rest and go right. Done. He didn't think twice. He was so excited about catching prey that he walked right into my trap. Because the real plan? Divide and conquer. I can't take the whole squad at once. But 6 lizard men, separated from Joyce and True, with the element of surprise, that I might be able to handle. We split. My group went left. His went right. Minutes passed. The distance between us grew. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. It was time. I gripped the borrowed knight's sword and looked at the 6 lizard men walking ahead of me, completely unsuspecting. Time to earn that S-rank weapon. I gripped the knight's sword. 5 lizard men walking ahead of me. Every single one a higher level than me. My only advantages? Deception and surprise. I couldn't kill all 5 in a straight fight, but I could cripple all 5 in one shot, then finish them off one by one. The key was making sure none escaped. Deep breath. Let's go. Over there. Everyone look. It's the intruder. I pointed at absolutely nothing. All 5 lizard men turned away from me without a shred of suspicion. Idiots. Beautiful, trusting idiots. I slowed my steps. Fell behind them. Perfect backstab position. Fire dance whirlwind. Every ounce of power I had surged into the blade. The knight's sword erupted in blazing red light, vibrating so hard it hummed. Boom. A fire tornado 3 meters wide exploded from the sword tip and slammed into all 5 of them from behind. Scales cracked. Backs charred black. One lizardman's tail got sliced clean off and flew away trailing sparks. The worst hit one had a wound burned down to the bone. Screaming. So much screaming. Lin En, you dare betray Lord Garland. Betray? I spat on the ground. You freaks were gonna rip out my heart for drinking snacks. And you want my loyalty? HA. I charged like a predator. Sword through the nearest one's spine. Pull out. Spin. Horizontal slash. Head goes flying. And you know what? It felt good. 2 days of tiptoeing around monsters, faking smiles, swallowing fear. All that pressure released with every swing. This wasn't murder. This was therapy. The tailless one reached for his axe. My sword went through his throat before his fingers touched the handle. 2 left. Back to back. Hissing at me. Look at you. Nearly dead and still trying to fight? I feinted left, then twisted the blade in a rising arc from below. Schlick. Split the right one's head clean in half from chin to crown. The last one lunged at me in desperation. I sidestepped, reverse gripped the sword, drove it straight through his eye socket, and twisted. Despicable. Human. He dropped. 1 minute. 5 kills. Done. I stood there panting, leaning on my sword, surrounded by 5 burning corpses. Entertainment till death applauds your ambush. 200 points. Keep going. Finish the rest. Seraphim says 666 and tips 100 points. Sequence 13 God Sword Art Online has entered your channel. Your Fire Dance Whirlwind really hits their sweet spot. Sequence 21 God Galaxy Brain has entered your channel. Your sneaky backstabbing is despicable, and they love it. 2 new gods watching. If I can get them to follow, that's more skills, more items, more points. This gamble is paying OFF. Now for phase 2. I can't show up to Joyce looking completely fine after my squad got wiped out, so I knelt next to a lizard man corpse and scooped up handfuls of their disgusting blood, smearing it all over myself. Entertainment till death is excited for your performance. Galaxy Brain worries you'll get caught. Get caught? I gritted my teeth and slashed my own neck. Not deep, but visible. Dramatic. A wound that screams, barely survived. Galaxy Brain calls you a tough bastard. Entertainment till death thinks the cut is too shallow. Maybe go deeper? You want me to actually kill myself for content? Pure love is invincible, tells you to stop hurting yourself. Reina will be sad. Reina will be sad? In what universe? I ran through the forest until I burst out of the trees right in front of Joyce's group, drenched in blood, looking half dead. Joyce. My squad got ambushed. There were 2 intruders. They caught us off guard. I'm the only one left. I showed him the neck wound. His reptile face went pale. I managed to wound one of them, I gasped. They split up and ran in 2 directions. Let me take 4 lizard men and chase the injured one. You and True take the other. Joyce looked at me, literally dripping blood, and got emotional. Lin En, you'd keep fighting in this condition? You really are loyal to us demons. Bennett was right about you. Of course, Captain. I always take a blade for my brothers. Let me avenge our fallen comrades. He was nearly crying. This lizard man was on the verge of tears because of how loyal and brave I am. I am the worst person alive. He gave me 4 lizard men and went after the second intruder with True. So here I was again, leading 4 unsuspecting lizard men into the forest, chasing an enemy that doesn't exist. Same trick, same plan. Kill 4 more. Finish the quest. You despicable traitor. Joyce won't let you get away with this. Schlick. I pulled my sword out of the last one. Joyce won't let me get away with it. Buddy, I'm not letting him get away. For more lizard men down. Same playbook. Deceive, backstab, clean up. Easy work. Entertainment till death, and Seraphim tipped me again. Sword Art Online and Galaxy Brain were still watching but hadn't followed yet. Apparently my swordplay wasn't flashy enough for one, and my scheming wasn't clever enough for the other. Tough crowd. I spent all 900 points I'd earned upgrading Strength to 13, Magic to 16, and Fire Dance Whirlwind to LV.7. Then I rolled around in the blood puddle on the ground to freshen up my barely survived look. My story for Joyce. There was a 3rd intruder. He ambushed my group. I sprinted off to find him. When I caught up to Joyce and True, I was not prepared for what I saw. There was actually an intruder. When I'd pointed in a random direction earlier and said they went that way, I was completely making it up. But somehow, in that exact direction, Joyce and True had caught a real person, a blonde girl in priestess robes, pinned to the ground by Joyce. She was terrified, struggling, clothes half torn. Then she saw me. Save me. Please help. Joyce laughed. Stupid girl. Lin En is on our side. Her face crumbled. Then Joyce noticed me, soaked in blood, alone. His grin died. Where's the squad? You got ambushed again. There was a third attacker, I said grimly. They wiped out my group. I barely escaped. They're right behind me. 3 against 2. We can take them if we fight together. Joyce stood there frozen. 10. My 10 brothers. All gone. I'm sorry, Captain. I tried to squeeze out tears. Nothing came. Need to work on my crying game. But they died fighting. Let's avenge them. Joyce believed me. His eyes burned with rage. Yes. I'll eat her companions alive in front of her. And then... Wait, True bellowed. Joyce. He's lying. I can smell it. This human is lying. Joyce. Me. What? Half-beast men are supposed to be stupid. That's their whole thing. Dumb muscle. But I kept my face calm. True, what are you talking about? You can smell lies? What do lies smell like? Can you fly too? Yeah, True, don't say crazy things. Joyce backed me up. I just now figured it out. True pointed his bone club at me. The blood on him isn't his. It's lizardman blood. Joyce's orange eyes snapped to me. The blood. I'd smeared lizardman blood all over myself to fake injuries. Joyce, an actual lizardman, didn't notice. But this nose-brain meat tank did. Half-beast men, dumb brain, genius nose. Nobody told me this. Nobody. Entertainment till death is howling with laughter. Galaxy brain says they told you this would happen. Joyce went absolutely nuclear. Lin En, you snake. We should never have trusted a human. You killed my brothers. I'll tear you apart. Wait. Joyce, calm down. Listen, I scrambled to explain. Yes, there's lizardman blood on me, but it splashed on me during the fight. We were fighting side by side. Look at my neck. You think I cut myself? Joyce wasn't buying it. He pressed his sword against the priestess girl's face. Talk. How many companions do you have? Did they really ambush his squad? She was shaking violently. But through the tears, she choked out, why yes. What he said is true. She was covering for me. This girl I'd never met was lying to protect me. Joyce didn't believe her either. I think you're lying. I'll chop off your hands and feet and ask again. Even with that threat, the girl didn't change her story. Not one word. No begging. Just held the lie. Joyce raised his sword. Lin En, if you're telling the truth, you won't mind if I butcher this intruder, right? I smiled. Actually, I do mind. Joyce's killing intent spiked. I mind a lot, I growled. Because the thought of wasting my precious items on you two makes me sick. Are you sure you want to use A-rank item perfect love letter on the half-beast man, True? Okay, that phrasing sounds so wrong. Sending a love letter to a tusked muscle monster. But yes, confirmed. You're using the perfect love letter on a half-beast man? Pure love is invincible, is furious. They gave you that item so you'd use it on Reina tonight. They are very disappointed in you. On Reina? So she can mince me into dog food? Hard pass. Ignoring that idiot god's tantrum, I activated the item right as Joyce was about to bring his sword down on the priestess girl. True. Smash Joyce for me, Joyce laughed. He opened his mouth to call me insane. Whoosh. A bone club the size of a tree trunk came screaming horizontally across the clearing. Wham! Joyce flew backward into a tree. Crack. Bones shattered on impact. He slid to the ground like a broken puppet, bleeding from every hole in his face. True. You. Betrayed. No. True was shaking his own head violently. It's not me. My body won't listen. He whipped around to glare at me. It's you. You did this. Joyce understood with his last breath. Not True's fault. My doing. The sneaky, conniving, treacherous human. True. Kill him. Crush him. Joyce wheezed his final order. Then, splat. True's club cratered Joyce's lizard skull into the dirt. Flattened it into paste. No. True screamed. His body was moving on its own, completely obedient to me. He charged at me, howling. Stop. He froze mid-stride. Perfect obedience. The A-rank perfect love letter was working flawlessly on this low mental resistance meathead. I didn't feel like getting my hands dirty. So I gave him one last command. Crush your own skull with your club. Wham. 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 3 hits. Even a half-beast man's iron skull can't survive that. He dropped. Joyce dead. True dead. Entire lizardman squad wiped out. My only A-rank item. Gone just like that? I felt a pang of loss. Pure love is invincible was probably crying harder than me. Side quest time to fight like a man. Complete. Reward. 1,000 points S rank item Rainbow Sword. Rainbow Sword. S rank. Made of mithril. Cuts through iron like butter. 30% bonus damage and 20% bonus defense for all fire sword techniques. Valued at 5,000 points. 5,000. I didn't summon it yet. Priorities first. I walked over to the priestess girl. The whole thing was stupidly coincidental. When I randomly pointed Joyce in a direction earlier, I accidentally sent him straight toward her. She got caught partly because of me, so saving her was the least I could do. Plus, I needed to know how to get out of this cursed forest. I checked her stats first. Name, Vera Smollett. Age 17. Faith, Goddess Aluvida and the Healing Angel. Traits, Priestess, Kind and Pure, Directionally Challenged. Level 15. Magic stat LV.30. Impressive, but all her skills were healing and support. 0 combat ability. Against Joyce and True, she was basically a baby chick facing hawks. And then I saw it. Her third trait. Directionally challenged. She's a path idiot. I wanted to ask her how to navigate the mist forest, and she literally can't find her own teammates. She wandered around blindly, stumbled near the dungeon, and got caught by the patrol. That's her whole story. But her evaluation mentioned she came here with 2 companions. I'd randomly made up 2 intruders in my lie to Joyce, and there actually were 2 others. That's why Vera backed up my story earlier. She wasn't lying for me. She was telling the truth. The universe has the weirdest sense of humor. Vera can't help me navigate, but her teammates probably can, if they're still looking for her. Thank you for saving me, she said, fixing her torn clothes. She meant it. Joyce would have done terrible things if I'd arrived any later. Don't mention it. I'm Lin En, Lord Lin En. I'm deeply grateful. You can just call me Lin En. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Fine. Whatever. Moving on. Vera, are you alone? Where are your teammates? Why did you come to the Mist Forest? We. The ground shook violently beneath us. You've got to be kidding. An earthquake? It got worse. The earth under my feet split open. A massive crack raced across the ground in both directions. I lost my balance and fell straight into the pitch-black crevice. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Lord Lin En. Vera reached out and grabbed my hand. Then, she got pulled in too. Because of course she did. She has the upper body strength of a wet noodle. We both plummeted into darkness. Emergency fall. Emergency fall. Emergency fall. No kidding. I'm the one falling. I noticed. I waited for one of my divine sponsors to offer some life-saving advice. Nothing. Complete silence. You're all just going to watch your digital pet splatter on the ground? Pure love is invincible, sighs dramatically. It's over. Reina's going to be a widow. I'm not dead yet. You moron. Fine. As always, save yourself. Rainbow Sword. I summoned the S-rank weapon I'd just earned. Mithril Blade. Cuts through anything. I jammed it sideways into the cliff wall as hard as I could. The sword sank halfway into the rock, and my fall started slowing, scraping, grinding, sparks flying, until clank. It caught in a crack. I hung there, gripping the handle with both hands, drenched in sweat. Above me, a thin slice of sky. Below me, pitch-black nothing. And hanging off my legs? Vera, the priestess who tried to save me, but instead just joined my free fall. She'd grabbed my calves at the last second. Lord Lin En, she whimpered. Vera, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. The sword was already loosening in the crack. Every wiggle made it worse. Can you find a foothold on the wall? She kicked around desperately. It's too steep. There's nothing. We're doomed. She gave up in like 4 seconds. New world record for surrender. I knew she had a courage blessing skill. Use your buff. Calm yourself down. I'm out of magic. A healer with no mana, clinging to my legs. Over a bottomless pit. This girl wasn't a teammate. She was a sandbag. Entertainment till death. Suggests kicking Vera off to lighten the load. Pure love is invincible agrees. Seraphim strongly objects. That would be unjust. The thought crossed my mind. I won't lie, but not yet. Last resort. Vera, listen. The wall is soft dirt. Use your feet to dig a foothold. She got it and started scraping at the wall with her boots. Faster, Vera. Faster. My veins were bulging. Not because I was running out of strength. The sword was slipping out of the crack with every movement she made. Creaking. Shifting. Sinking. 1 minute later, the sword dropped a few centimeters with a sickening crunch. Are you done yet? My, my legs have no strength. Of course. With 0 mana, she's basically a regular 17-year-old girl. Completely useless. Entertainment till death says stop playing hero. They don't want their digital pet dying from a fall. Pure love is invincible. Reminds you that your lovely wife Reina is waiting at home. Seraphim maintains their position. Galaxy Brain has calculated that the rainbow sword will detach from the rock in approximately 1 minute. 1 minute? If I kick Vera off, I'll have more time. Free legs. Can self-rescue. I gritted my teeth. Heart hardened. Survival first. I'm sorry, but, Lord Lin En, Vera spoke up before I could act. Without me dragging you down. You could survive, right? She wasn't crying. The girl with the kind and pure trait had made her peace. Thank you for saving me from the lizard men. I'll repay you in my next life. Please take care of yourself. I'm going to let go, okay? Let go. I answered way too fast. Vera, Lord Lin En, I have a dying wish. Say it quick. I'll make it happen. I want you to go to the temple in Kern Town. Crunch. The sword slipped again. Vera didn't hesitate. She released her grip and fell into the darkness. I want you to go to the temple in Kern Town. Thud. Huh. Her voice echoed from below. Lord Lin En. The ground is only about 2 meters down. I stared into the darkness. 2 meters. 2 meters. We spent all that time panicking, sweating, calculating survival odds, contemplating murder, and the bottom was 2 meters below us. I kicked off the wall, yanked the sword free, and dropped. Landed perfectly on solid ground. I wiped the sweat off my face. My arms were shaking from exhaustion. I'd been terrified of a 6-foot drop. The unknown really is the scariest thing. If I'd known, I would have jumped ages ago. I lit the rainbow sword on fire with a thought, instant torch. The flames illuminated the cavern around us. Vera stood up, brushing off dirt. Golden hair a mess. Tear tracks on her cheeks. She'd been genuinely terrified during that drop. Are you okay? I asked. Thanks to you, Lord Lin En. If we'd fallen from the top without your sword, we'd definitely be dead. Don't thank me. If you hadn't grabbed my hand up there, you wouldn't have fallen at all, but I was just dead weight. So I still need to thank you. I hesitated for a second, then decided to be honest. Actually, I was about to kick you off. To save myself, Vera flinched. You're joking, right? The way she looked at me, like I was her hero, her savior, her hope in the darkness. I didn't have the heart to crush that. Haha. Yeah, just kidding. I looked around the cavern. Come on, Vera. Let's find a way back up. She wiped her eyes, visibly relieved. Smiling through tears. At the bottom of the crack, there was a whole underground ruin. Creepy, dark, and absolutely not on my vacation wish list. Vera knelt by a stone tablet covered in weird text. It's ancient Aluvitan. She was thrilled. Like an archaeologist finding a lost tomb. If I can translate this, maybe we'll find the exit. Great. She's the expert here. I held up the rainbow sword as a torch and stood guard while she read. Silence. Darkness pressing in from all sides. Cold wind crawling up my spine. Then Vera's excitement slowly turned to concern. Concern turned to horror. Her fingers were shaking as they traced the carved letters. Lord Lin En. This isn't a map to the exit. Her face went paper white. This is a sealing monument. It describes an evil god's servant sealed down here. The thousand-faced soul devourer Nyroth. Evil god's what? Nyroth is the messenger of the formless evil god. It has 1,000 phantom forms, feeds on souls, twists minds, and can summon every spirit it's ever devoured as servants. And according to this tablet, it's sealed in the deepest part of this ruin. She grabbed my arm. We need to run. Its minions could be. Crack. Crack, crack, crack. From the darkness all around us. Grinding. Like bones twisting. Like stone splitting open. Then the wailing started. Hundreds of screams. Anguished, hateful, hungry, erupting from every direction at once. The sound hit us like a physical wave. In the flickering firelight, pale, translucent figures started crawling out of the floors, the walls, even the ceiling. Some still looked vaguely human. Others had warped into monsters. Green soulfire burning in their hollow eyes. Razor claws. Needle teeth. These were Nyroth's slave ghosts. Souls devoured across centuries, now serving as guards, wardens, and predators. And they were very interested in 2 fresh, living souls. Ha ha ha. Eerie laughter echoed through the dark. Which way do we run? I don't know where the exit is. There might not be an exit. Then, hidden quest triggered. Hidden quest, ghost gauntlet type, hidden. Rank, A. Success. Fight your way out of the ruins. Reward, 2,000 points. Skill Ghost Slayer Blade LV.1. Trait, Phantom Hunter. Support items, Scummy Map, and Advanced Mana Recovery Potion X1. A map. That should show me the way out. I called it up mentally. Ding. Dear user, the Scummy Map is now navigating for you. Give me the shortest route out. Please hold. Processing. Processing. I'm surrounded by soul-eating ghosts and you're buffering? HHH. Vera screamed. They're coming. Two ghosts lunged at us, claws aimed straight at our hearts. I swung the flaming rainbow sword in a diagonal slash. Shing. Both ghosts split apart, shrieked, and dissolved into black smoke. Fire is super effective against undead. Good to know. But these things aren't strong individually. The problem is there are hundreds of them pouring out of every surface like an endless tide. Scummy Map. Are you loaded yet? Please use civilized language. Processing. Please, dear SIR, could you perhaps speed up your internet? For faster service, upgrade to VIP. Not 998, just 98 points. Take VIP home today. This map is a microtransaction scam. In a dungeon. While I'm fighting ghosts. Fine. 98 points. Give me VIP. Thank God I still had my 1,000 points from the side quest unspent. Dear VIP user. Shortest route found. Please turn left at 50 meters ahead on your right. You could have just told me to pay from the start. Vera, stay on me. 0 startup. Fire dance whirlwind. A fire tornado blasted through the nearest wave of ghosts, clearing a path. I grabbed Vera, and we sprinted. Lord Lin En, you know the way out. Trust me. If it gets really bad, I'll stay behind and cover your retreat. This girl with 0 combat ability wanted to sacrifice herself to buy me time. She'd last maybe 30 seconds. But wait, she's a priestess. These ghosts are afraid of fire. They'd be even more afraid of holy light. Vera, a glowing red vial appeared in my hand. The Advanced Mana Recovery Potion from the quest support items. You're out of magic, right? Drink this. Her eyes went wide. A high-grade mana potion? For me? You're a priestess. Against ghosts, you're just as powerful as me. Drink it and fight. Understanding lit up her face. Yes, Lord Lin En. She chugged the whole thing in one gulp. For gods watching me fight for my life. 3 of them treating this like a TV show. One of them, entertainment till death, was actively rooting for the ancient evil god to wake up because that would be more fun. I was too busy swinging a sword to care. Anything in my way dies. The rainbow sword cut through ghosts like a hot knife through butter. Fire trails everywhere. Black smoke. Screaming phantoms dissolving left and right. But for every batch I killed, 2 more batches poured in. My head was pounding. These things had psychic attacks too. I burned most of my remaining points upgrading Fire Dance Whirlwind to LV.8 and Mental Fortress to LV.6. Then Vera finally kicked into gear. Goddess Olivia, please protect us. A soft white glow radiated from her body. She clutched the holy cross at her chest and cast Courage Blessing on me. Warm light washed over me. My exhaustion melted. My arms felt stronger. My sword moved faster. The crushing fear from being surrounded by hundreds of soul-eating ghosts cut in half. Thanks, Vera, I slashed harder. Built a wall of fire around us. Ghosts couldn't get through. 50 meters ahead, turn left, I shouted, following the Scummy Map's VIP navigation. Vera stayed glued to my back and cast Holy Light Comfort. A calming wave expanded outward, and the ghosts recoiled. White smoke sizzled off their bodies. They screamed like they were being burned alive. Well, burned dead. Burned deader? It's working. Keep it up, she nodded and kept pumping holy light in waves. She couldn't kill these things outright, but she was slowing them down massively. 1 person attacking, 1 person supporting. Together we ripped a path through the ghost army. Seraphim tips 100 for your teamwork. Galaxy Brain tips 100 for good tactics. Entertainment till death complains it's not exciting enough. Hope's Nyroth shows up. Pure Love is invincible, is covering their eyes but peeking through their fingers. 20 meters straight. Watch the ceiling. Giant shadow bats hung from the rock overhead. They dropped silently. I swung upward. Slash. cut most of them in half. But one dodged and went straight for Vera's face. She screamed and threw up her arms. I spun, flicked the sword tip into the bat's claw, and incinerated it. You okay? Why, yes. Thank you, Lord Lin En. She stuck even closer to me after that. The ghosts got smarter. They stopped attacking randomly and started organizing, forming black rivers of phantoms that charged our fire and light barrier like cavalry. Boom, boom, boom. My arms were going numb. The fire barrier flickered. At this rate, we'd get overrun. Lord Lin En, Vera gritted her teeth. I have an attack skill, Holy Nova. I'm not very good at it yet, but use everything you've got. This is life or death. That was all she needed. She raised the holy symbol above her head and poured everything into it. Blinding white light gathered between her palms. A miniature sun. The ghosts shrieked in terror, and their charge actually stalled. I had no idea Vera had this kind of power. Her stat sheet only showed support skills. This Holy Nova must have been too undeveloped to list. But right now it looked absolutely devastating. Now, let it RIP, Holy Light. Purge all evil. Burst. She launched the ball of light straight into the thickest cluster of ghosts. Boom. Pure white devastation. Every ghost in the blast zone was vaporized instantly. The ones further back got scorched transparent and fled in panic. A massive clearing opened up ahead of us. Beautiful. Run. We sprinted into a narrow tunnel the scummy map pointed us toward. The entrance was too small for the ghost swarm to flood through all at once. Pressure dropped immediately. I led the way, slicing apart the few ghosts that seeped through the walls. Behind me, Vera was drenched in sweat. That Holy Nova had burned through most of her restored mana. Lord Lin En. How much farther? Almost there. Through this tunnel, down one slope, and we're out. I was lying about how confident I felt. My mana was nearly drained too. Arms aching. If not for the scummy map finding this shortcut, we'd absolutely be dead right now. Best 98 points I ever spent. The tunnel wound downward. The wind got colder. Ancient murals appeared on the walls. Twisted sacrificial scenes, shapeless shadows. Things that made my skin crawl just looking at them. And from deep, deep within the ruins, I felt something watching us. Something massive and ancient and full of malice. Vera felt it too. We both shivered at the exact same time. Whatever was sealed in the deepest part of this place, it knew we were here. Lord Lin En. There's something terrifying. Nearby, Vera was ghost white and shaking. Yeah, I felt it too. Something ancient and hungry, turning its attention toward us. Entertainment till death is hyped. Yes, this is it. Nyroth is noticing you. Stop thinking, start running. We bolted through the last stretch of the tunnel, and there. A faint glow ahead. Not fire. Not holy light. Sunlight. The exit, Vera cried. A narrow crack in the collapsed wall. Natural light streaming through like a lighthouse of hope. We sprinted down the slope toward it, and then the shadows at the exit twisted. A 3-meter-tall figure materialized right in front of the crack, blocking our only way out. It wasn't a real body. It was made of hundreds of screaming faces and warped limbs, all mashed together. At its center, a spinning black vortex that radiated pure devouring hunger. Encountered the projection of thousand-faced soul devourer Nyroth. Hidden quest Ghost Gauntlet. Final challenge. Ha ha ha. Fresh. Delicious souls. A psychic shockwave slammed into our brains. Searing pain. Vertigo. The world spinning. Holy healing art. Vera burned every last drop of her mana to shield us from the mental attack. Between her healing and my mental fortress, the pain receded. I steadied myself. Then Nyroth's massive shadow claw came crashing down. A direct hit would rip our souls apart. We'd become 2 more ghosts in its collection. No room to dodge. It's over. Vera closed her eyes. It's not over. I was seeing red. You want to eat me? I'll break your teeth. I poured every last shred of magic I had into the rainbow sword. A sound like a dragon's roar erupted from the blade. The fire on it went from red to blazing white. The whole cavern lit up like broad daylight. The air itself warped from the heat. This was the rainbow sword's true power, unlocked by a desperate man with nothing left to lose. Get out of my way. Fire dance whirlwind, rising dragon. I swung upward with everything I had. The white fire didn't spin this time. It compressed into a roaring fire dragon that collided with the descending shadow claw. Not enough? I threw one more card. Blast Talisman. Confirm use of B-rank Blast Talisman on Nyarotha's projection? Yes. The fire dragon and the explosion hit simultaneously. Boom. The shockwave launched me and Vera backward into the wall. I coughed up blood. Felt like every bone in my body cracked. Vera passed out cold on impact. But Nyarotha's projection? Shattered. Most of it evaporated in the blast. What was left writhed and twisted, unable to hold its shape. A few furious, helpless shrieks, and it dissolved into nothing. The exit was clear. I sheathed the sword, scooped up unconscious Vera, and ran. Bursting out of that crack into warm sunlight, I nearly cried. Actually, I think I did cry a little. We made it. Lord. Lin En? Vera woke up in my arms. Her face went pink when she realized the situation. I set her down immediately. She looked around in disbelief. We're out. Yeah? We're alive, Lord Lin En. We're alive. She burst into tears, laughing and sobbing at the same time, and threw her arms around me. After 2 near-death experiences in half a day, I couldn't blame her. I just stood there awkwardly while a crying priestess hugged me. Hidden Quest Ghost Gauntlet complete. Rewards: 2,000 points, Skill Ghost Slayer Blade LV.1. 10% bonus damage versus undead/spirits. Trait: Phantom Hunter. Intimidates ghosts, easier to spot their weaknesses. Seraphim applauds your clutch performance. 500 points. Entertainment till death, enjoyed the adventure. 200 points. Galaxy Brain, analyzed your combat data. 100 points. Sword Art Online loved your Rising Dragon technique. They followed your channel. 4th follower. Rewards: 1,000 points. A rank item, Blazing Sword Aura. A rank item, Frost Sword Aura. 4th follower. 2 new A-rank items. The Rising Dragon move sealed the deal. Pure love is invincible, is crying tears of joy. You survived. Reyna won't be widowed. But you're hugging Vera. Bad feeling. Tip cancelled. Of course. Of course, the one time I get hugged by a girl, the romance god gets jealous on behalf of a woman who wants me dead. Vera? She snapped back to reality, realized she was clinging to me, and jumped back. Sorry. I was being inappropriate. It's fine. But we need to move. Now, behind us, rumbling. Not another earthquake. The crack was closing. The ruins were sealing themselves shut. One look at each other. If we'd been even slightly slower. Lord Lin En, you saved me again. No, Vera. We saved each other. Your support kept me alive in there. I meant it. Without her buffs, her holy nova, her healing, I would have died in that tunnel. Then a voice spoke from nearby. Well, you actually made it out? Lord Lin En truly deserves his title as Garland's 108th leader. Impressive skills. Only, you don't seem very loyal to Lord Garlon, do you? My blood turned to ice. This person saw everything. The Lizardman massacre. Joyce. True. All of it. I am so unbelievably screwed. Someone saw me kill the Lizardman. Someone knows I'm a traitor. Most people would panic. I did panic. But I also had 4,000 points saved up. In life or death moments, you don't think. You spend. I dumped everything. Every single point. If I die with unspent points, that's the real tragedy. Constitution to 14. Strength to 16. Agility to 11. Magic to 19. Fire Dance Whirlwind to LV.11. Mental Fortress to LV.8. Ghost Slayer Blade to LV.5. Character level jumped to 14. The exhaustion from fighting hundreds of ghosts. Gone. I was at peak condition. Ready to fight. Not that I had a choice. The scummy map disappeared after the hidden quest ended. Vera's a path idiot. I literally could not run even if I wanted to. In this foggy forest, there was nowhere to go. So, fight to the death. Stop hiding and show yourself, I yelled. You saw me betray Garlon? Fine. Come take me if you can. Vera stood beside me, ready to use her last bit of mana to buff me. If I died, she decided she wasn't going to let the demons take her alive either. Ha ha. A figure dropped from the sky. Tum. The ground shook. Dust billowed. She landed on one knee 100 meters away, black cloak settling around her like dark wings. I knew her. Third-ranked leader under Garlon, the dark elf Kate Lloyd. As the dust cleared, I got a good look. Wheat brown skin glowing in the sunlight. ink-black hair tied back with leather cords. Tall, lean build wrapped in gray leather armor with dark metal guards engraved in elven runes. And slung across her back, an ancient longbow made of some exotic wood, bowstring shimmering with dark silver light. She stood up, pale purple eyes locked onto me. One hand casually rested on the bow, fingertips brushing the black feathered arrows in her quiver. That single gesture made me feel like an invisible arrow was already pressed against my throat from 100 meters away. I read her stats instantly. Kate Lloyd, age 103, dark elf, traits, legendary archer, cunning schemer, level 23, agility LV.28, magic LV.31, skills include shadow step, hunter's mark, heart-piercing chain shot, and curse erosion arrow. And her evaluation, legendary archer, hits whatever she aims at. Also, has a massive sweet tooth. Her stats crush mine. Not even close. Agility and magic were almost double what I had, but I was cornered. Fight or die? At least she'd shown herself instead of sniping from the shadows. If she'd done that, I'd already be dead. Thank God for her arrogance. No hesitation. I gripped the rainbow sword and charged. Wait, Kate shouted. Wait. Don't attack. I want to talk. This woman has the trait, cunning schemer, and she wants to talk? That's exactly what a cunning schemer would say. I swung at her. She dodged the fire slash. I said, wait. Can't you understand words? Tell it to my sword. I prepared to unleash both A-rank items, Blazing Sword Aura and Frost Sword Aura. Even if I couldn't kill her, I'd wound her badly. Kate panicked. She knocked 3 arrows and fired, not at me, but at Vera, forcing me to break off and defend. I dashed back and deflected all 3 arrows. Coward. Attacking the non-combatant. Lord Lin En, I'll buff you, Vera shouted, casting what little magic she had left. Kate looked at us, completely exasperated. Then she did something that made both of us freeze. She put down her bow. This is my chance. I charged again. Lin En, she screamed. You idiot. Don't you get it? I don't want to fight you. I want to talk. Talk? You're just stalling. Say it to my rainbow sword. You. She gritted her teeth. If you kill me, my 2 subordinates hiding nearby will sprint back to the dungeon and report your betrayal to Garlon. SREH. My blade stopped exactly at the left side of her neck. That was a very good argument. She'd said the one thing that could make me lower my sword. So you're not going to report me to Garlon? Why? Kate raised an eyebrow. Can you move the sword away from my neck first? Fair point. I lowered the blade. She had backup hiding nearby. Killing her would just get me reported anyway. She picked up her bow, slung it back over her shoulder, and said the last thing I expected. Because I'm a traitor too. Excuse me, there are other double agents? You're the 3rd-ranked leader. Garland's golden child, she smirked. And you're a leader too. With Garland's approval. What's your point? I'm human. I was never really on their side. And I'm a dark elf. Not a demon either. Oh. Kit explained everything. Her dark elf clan, the Lloyds, had lived in the Mist Forest for generations. Then Garlon showed up with his army and conquered the whole region. The Dark Elves allied with the Goblins and the Featherwing tribe to fight back. They lost. Badly. So Kate submitted to Garlon, became his 3rd-ranked leader, and spent every day since then waiting for the right moment to gut him. I've never stopped planning, she said, cold fire in her purple eyes. I'll kill Garlon and avenge my fallen kinsman. She'd been patient for years, hiding in plain sight. This woman was playing the long game while I'd been here for like 3 days. You're an infiltrator too, right? She looked me dead in the eyes. I always suspected you weren't truly loyal. So today I followed you. Watched you ambush the lizard men. Kill Joyce and True. Save the priestess. That confirmed everything, she sighed. I was going to approach you right after the Joyce kill, but then you 2 fell into the Nyroth ruins. That place is one of the 4 cursed grounds of the Mist Forest. Almost nobody survives. I honestly gave up on you and was heading back. Then you actually climbed out for cursed grounds? That underground hellscape was a legendary death trap? If it wasn't for the scummy map ripping me off for 98 points and Vera's support magic, I'd be a ghost right now. The fact that you survived proves your strength, Kate said. It's why I'm confident about approaching you. Then I asked the critical question, why did you suspect me in the first place? This terrified me. If Kate spotted something off about me, other leaders might too. Relax, she said. It's only because of your wife, Reina, Huh. What? Vera suddenly piped up from the side. Lord Lin En has a wife. It's not real, I said awkwardly. She was assigned to me by lottery. We're just pretending. Oh, it's fake, Vera murmured, looking weirdly relieved. Pure love is invincible, is enraged. You're denying Reina as your wife? You've already slept in the same bed. You monster. How dare you pull up your pants and pretend nothing happened? This god needs professional help. Kate continued. I once attended a council of all races at the Holy Temple as a representative of my clan. I saw Reina there. Back then she was still a candidate saint. Now she's the real deal, right? Yeah, I knew it. The moment I saw you two together, I suspected you were connected to the church. A human leader in Garland's army, paired with a disguised saint? Too convenient. So I tailed you today to confirm. It clicked. Kate only suspected me because she recognized Reina. As long as nobody else knew Reina's real identity, my cover was safe. Vera, who'd been listening to all this, gazed at me with stars in her eyes. Incredible, Lord Lin En, infiltrating the demon's stronghold alone. A true lone hero. If she knew I was actually dragged in by goblins while screaming for my life, those stars would die real fast. Kate assumed the same thing, that I deliberately let myself get captured as part of some master plan. Everyone was giving me way too much credit. Are you with the church like Reina? Kate asked. No, It's complicated. But Reina and I are allied. Our goal is to assassinate Garland. Perfect. That's exactly what I've been hoping for. Her eyes lit up. How many of you are there? Me and Reina. That's it. That's just you two? No reinforcements? Just us two. No reinforcements. And your assassination plan is? Grind performance metrics. Become Garland's personal guard. Then strike. Kate stared at me for a long moment. That is the dumbest plan I've ever heard. Only an idiot could have come up with it. Lady Kate, don't insult Lord Lin En. Vera jumped to my defense. I shook my head. Actually, Reina came up with it. Kate. She coughed. Well, it's not completely terrible. Just extremely reckless. You got a better idea? I think. We should form a proper alliance. Pull our information. Plan this properly. Agreed. This was bigger than me. Reina needed to talk to Kate directly. But I had a more urgent problem. Kate, can you help me stage a cover story? I need to explain how Joyce's entire squad got wiped out without me being the one who did it. Of course. Covering for allies is basic. But I'm curious, if your plan is grinding performance, why do you risk killing the patrol squad? Because a quest system told me to and offered me a legendary sword. Obviously, I can't say that. I stayed silent. She didn't push it. Smart woman. Instead, she jumped straight to solutions. It's not hard to cover this up. We just need to use 2 dead people. What do you mean? Kate glanced at Vera. We use Vera's 2 teammates. Dead people. Teammates. Vera's face turned dark instantly. You killed my teammates. The air went ice cold again. Don't worry, Kate said calmly. Your teammates are dead, but I didn't kill them. They stepped on a half-beast man's death trap. My people found the bodies during patrol just minutes ago. I'm thinking we use their corpses to frame them for wiping out the Lizard Man squad. Dead people can't argue. Vera went quiet, using her dead teammates as props. That's rough, but she understood. Just give me their belongings, she said softly. Done. I can also have my people escort you out of the mist forest, Kate offered casually. My heart leaped. Escort out of the forest? That's literally all I've wanted since day one. But obviously that offer was for Vera, not me. I had a demon stronghold to go back to and a fake wife waiting at home. Lucky me. How did you 3 even end up in this forest? Kate asked Vera. You must have known Garland's forces are based here. Vera sighed. We had no money. Kate. Me. Kate, the 103-year-old dark elf, didn't get it. But me? A fellow broke person from Earth? I understood completely. Money makes people do insane things. I teamed up with 2 silver rank adventurers, Vera explained. Temporary party. Silver rank? Kate cut in. 2 silvers and a temporary team? And you walked into the heart of this forest? Who gave you the audacity? Yeah, that's pretty suicidal. Adventurers here are ranked bronze through hero tier. Silver is like 3rd from the bottom. Entering Garland's backyard with that lineup is just paying for your own funeral. They needed money desperately, Vera said sadly. Needed it to survive. Instead, they died for it. And me? The head priest at my temple ran off with all the funds and 2 nuns. If I don't earn money, the temple shuts down. I can't let Goddess Aluvida's house of worship close. Kate. Me. Her evaluation did say, temple broke, Vera forced to hustle. She literally risked her life for rent money. This girl is the unluckiest person in this entire world. There's only one disease in this world, I said with deep feeling, and that's being poor. Money is the most beautiful thing that exists. Nothing else comes close. Kate looked at me like I was speaking another language. Is money really that important? Worth dying for? You dark elves wouldn't understand. I sighed. A broke man from Earth and a broke priestess from Aluvida. We were kindred spirits in poverty. What was your plan to make money in here? I asked Vera. Rescue mission. We took a high-paying commission to save Count Leonardo's second son. Kate interrupted again. You three were going to rescue a hostage from this fortress? How? We planned to pretend to be captured, sneak in, find him, and sneak out. Kate was shaking her head so hard I thought it'd fall off. You thought this dungeon was your backyard? Walk in, walk out, no big deal, harsh but fair. Having lived in that dungeon for 2 days, I knew exactly how insane their plan was. And the result proved it. 2 dead before they even started. Vera, I said seriously, most prisoners were already killed and eaten. The survivors are working for me making bows. What's the target's name? Brady Leonardo. Brady? You know him, Lord Lin En. He tried to escape this morning. I saved him. The clever kid who played along with my whole fake execution performance. He's a noble? Count Leonardo's son? Vera was massively relieved he was alive. But I can't sneak him out right now, I said. If someone suddenly goes missing, I can't explain it to the demons. I understand, Vera nodded. Then, Lord Lin En. I never said I was leaving. Thank you for the escort offer, Lady Kate. But I'm staying. The rescue mission isn't done. And I want to help Lord Lin En. I didn't know whether to call her brave or crazy. You can't come into the dungeon with me. I can't explain a missing person or a new person. I know, she turned to Kate. That's why I'm hoping you could hide me. Sure. Kate didn't even hesitate. You're a healer. We can use you. If you've got the guts to stay, I've got the space to keep you. They shook hands right in front of me. Just like that, our secret alliance grew by 1. Kate laid out the next steps. Her people would take Vera back to the Dark Elf settlement to hide. Meanwhile, she and I would return to the dungeon together and put on a show, selling the story that Vera's dead teammates were responsible for destroying the Lizard Man patrol. Time for another Oscar-worthy performance. Raina had her Best Actress trait. I was starting to think the system owed me a Best Actor trait by now. First problem, Kate said, looking me up and down. You don't look beat up enough. She was right. I was covered in blood, but almost none of it was mine. It was all Lizard Man blood. And Lizard Man blood smells different from human blood. You're good, bro. Bennett is a Lizard Man. He'd notice instantly. Yeah, that would be bad. Bennett finding out I murdered his entire patrol squad would result in me being skinned alive. At minimum, I have a special potion that can disguise Lizard Man blood as human blood, Kate said. Perfect. But there's still a problem. She looked at me critically. You're drenched in blood, but have almost no wounds. That's suspicious. If you're the only survivor of a squad wipeout, you need to look like you barely made it. I knew where this was going. Kate drew a short knife. Stand still. Let me cut you a few times. Vera freaked out. Lady Kate, you can't do that to Lord Lin En. Oh? You're worried about him? You just met. Vera's face turned red. He saved my life. Twice. Kate held out the knife to her. I see. You want to do it yourself? No, I don't want to hurt him. But I stepped forward. Do it. If everyone else is dead and I don't have a scratch, nobody will buy the story, Lord Lin En. Vera looked at me with worried eyes. Kate smiled. Tough guy? No wonder Raina works with you. I gritted my teeth. Just get it over with. Kate moved in. Vera covered her eyes. What a brave man, Lord Lin En. It hurts. Oh God, it hurts. But I didn't scream. I invited this. Screaming would be too embarrassing. Your sacrifice for the art of performance moves entertainment till death. 200 points. They look forward to the show. Galaxy Brain thinks your plan has risks. What risks? Haha, they won't say. Thanks for the ominous warning, you useless fortune cookie. Pure love is invincible, suspects you're a masochist. Even so, you should let Raina do this to you, not another woman. Let Raina near me with a blade? She'd accidentally cut my head off. Kate finished her makeup work quickly. I expected you to scream. Respect. I was screaming inside. My face twitched slightly. Piece of cake. Incredible. Lord Lin En. Vera was rapidly becoming my #1 fan. Kate then called out her 2 hidden subordinates. One would escort Vera to the Dark Elf settlement. The other would go prepare the 2 corpses for our cover story. Vera turned to me. Lord Lin En, please take care. If you ever need me, just call. We shook hands. Fellow Alliance members. You stay safe too, I said. I'll look after Brady. Once we take down Garlon, you can bring him home and complete your mission. She teared up. Thank you. Lord Lin En, you're truly incredible. Then she hugged me. Again, tighter this time. Lord Lin En, she whispered in my ear. You promised we'd see each other again. So we have to. She let go, turned away, face bright red, and walked off with Kate's escort. Lord Lin En really is a great man, Kate said with a knowing smirk. I'm not great. Vera's just an extremely emotional person with the kind and pure trait. Although I was surprised pure love is invincible didn't explode. Pure love is invincible is drawing cursed circles targeting you. Good thing gods can't affect reality. Kate sprinkled her special potion all over me. This will make the lizard man blood smell like human blood. Is this reliable? Totally. But if you're worried, I could drain some of your actual blood to mix in. That won't be necessary. Huh, kidding, she smiled. Don't worry about these wounds either. After we put on our show, Garlon will reward your bravery with healing potions. He may look like a brainless brute, but he's actually sharp. Good at winning loyalty, really? When the Dark Elves, Goblins, and Featherwing tribe lost the war against him, he didn't just crush us. He converted the Goblins into loyal followers. Won over most of the Featherwing tribe. Only we Dark Elves are faking our obedience while secretly united against him. Your people are tough. Of course, she said proudly. We ruled this forest before Garlon came. Ah, so this isn't just revenge. She wants her throne back. Noted. Then she suddenly leaned in close. I jumped back. What are you doing? Smelling your blood. Checking if the disguise worked. She sniffed. Perfect. Smells like human blood now. You're very familiar with the smell of human blood? I asked carefully. We Dark Elves have killed plenty of humans, she said matter-of-factly. Before, it was because greedy humans came after our treasures. After submitting to Garlon, we followed his army into battle. You understand? I understood. This morning, if Alger had insisted I kill Brady, could I have refused? Kate. One more thing. I looked her in the eye. Vera's teammates. Did they really die from a half-beast man's trap? Or did you kill them? Don't underestimate half-beast man traps. They're quite effective, she smiled lightly. Rather than worry about that, shouldn't we focus on rehearsing our performance? She didn't answer. I noticed. But she was right. The show was about to start. Let's go. Back to the dungeon. Meanwhile, back at the workshop, Reyna was cursing my name. She'd been grinding arrows all afternoon with 20-something slaves, hands aching, unable to use healing magic without blowing her cover. The hustle plan was her idea, so she wasn't complaining about the work. She was complaining about me. In her mind, I was definitely out there drinking and partying with the demons while she slaved away. This morning I saved Brady and she'd started thinking maybe I wasn't total garbage. Now, back to garbage. But mostly, she was worried I'd sold her out. Hard to blame her. She'd watched me call a goblin, big bro, and a lizard man, big bro, with the most sincere bootlicking face in history. Brady, ever the smooth operator, tried to take over her workload. Lady Reyna, please rest. I'll handle these arrows. She refused. Kept working. And dropped the most politically correct line possible. Working for Lord Garlon could never be tiring. Brady didn't miss a beat. You're right. Thank you for letting us enjoy this blessing. Reyna stared at him. This kid really is talented at surviving. She decided she'd deal with me tonight. Whatever that meant. Probably violence. Then someone near the window shouted, Lady Reyna. It's Lord Lin En. He's covered in blood. She rushed to the window. And there I was, lying on a stretcher carried by 2 demon guards, drenched in blood, being escorted toward the central hall. A dark elf walking beside me. Her brain went into overdrive. Did the demons find out he's a traitor? Is he being punished? Did he crack under torture and give me up? Wait, no one's come to arrest me. So he probably didn't talk. This must be something else. Brady nudged her. Lady Reyna, we slaves can't leave the workshop. But you can, right? She had an ID tag. She was the wife of Leader 108. She told Brady to keep everyone working, then sprinted out. Don't worry, Brady called after her. Goddess Olivia will surely protect Lord Lin En. Reyna's internal reaction. This kid is loyal to a fault. And Olivia protecting Lin En? That faithless heathen? Doubtful. She intercepted my stretcher on the street. Now what happened next was a masterclass in acting. Reyna grabbed my hand, tears streaming down her face, voice trembling. Lin En, what happened to you? Full waterworks. Instant ugly cry. Zero warm-up time. This is what the best actress trait looks like at full power. I've been trying to learn crying on command, and I still can't do it. This woman turns on the tears like a faucet. Reyna, I croaked in my best dying man voice, don't worry. Lord Garlon will see justice done. That line was for the demons escorting me. But I also tapped her arm twice, our signal. Translation, relax. We're not exposed. This is a show, you. Just hurry back to the workshop. Keep making arrows. For Lord Garlon, Reyna caught on immediately. She could tell I wasn't actually dying. She just didn't know what I was up to. I understand. I'll wait for you to come home. She released my hand with the most heartbroken expression I've ever seen. Behind us, Kate watched this entire soap opera performance and wondered to herself, are these two war buddies? Or are they in love? Good question, Kate. Neither of us knows either. Reyna went back to the workshop to keep grinding arrows. I continued my journey to the central hall on the stretcher. Kate had sent a guard ahead to notify Garlon and the other leaders. By now, my audience should be assembled and waiting. Entertainment Till Death is excited for your performance. Seraphim is sweating nervously for you. Galaxy Brain has prepared snacks and a front row seat. Pure Love is Invincible is still crying over Reyna's heartfelt devotion. Tip 200 points. Note, this money is for Reyna, not you. This idiot still can't tell Reyna was acting? She literally went from, I'll kill that bastard tonight, to Oscar-worthy sobbing in 3 seconds flat. Whatever. Free 200 points. As we approached the hall in trance, Kate whispered, Lord Lin En, are you ready? Do you know how to handle Garlon and the other leaders? I sat up on the stretcher. Put me down. I'm not meeting Lord Garlon lying on my back. That would be disrespectful. Kate stared at me for a moment. Then she nodded. Yeah, he's ready. I walked into the central hall, saw Garlon on his throne, saw Bennett, saw all the demon leaders staring at me, and I exploded into tears. Lord Garlon, Bennett big bro, I'm so sorry. I failed you. I collapsed onto the cold marble floor, sobbing uncontrollably. Snot and tears everywhere. A complete wreck. The secret to crying on command? I thought about the time I got scammed out of 1,000 yuan back on Earth. Works every time. The patrol squad. Joyce. True. 10 Lizardman brothers. Such good brothers. All dead. I don't deserve to be alive. I can't face you, Bennett. I pounded the floor with my fists. Oscar-worthy suffering. Garlon and the leaders were visibly moved. This human bleeds for the cause. What loyalty? Bennett rushed over and pulled me up. Brother. My brother. Don't say that. They were my brothers, but so are you. You fought until the end. You're covered in wounds. You didn't disgrace Lord Garlon. Garlon ordered. Give him a seat. Then he sent a guard over with a high-grade healing potion. I immediately dropped back to my knees. Lord Garlon, I'm a defeated soldier. A survivor who should have died. You not executing me is already too generous. I can't accept this. Take it, Garlon said. It's a reward for your courage. Now tell me what happened. Thank you, my king. I pocketed the potion and launched into the performance of a lifetime. The story I told was a masterpiece of fiction. Truth mixed with lies, lies wrapped in truth. I described how the patrol squad encountered 2 human intruders who ambushed us in the forest. Fierce battle. Casualties mounting. But we fought to the last. The 10 Lizardman warriors took down 1 intruder at the cost of their lives. Then it was me, Captain Joyce, and True against the surviving one. But this bastard, I gritted my teeth, eyes blazing with rage. He had some kind of special item. He could control minds. He took over True instantly. Made True swing his club at Joyce. Poor Joyce never saw it coming. Killed by his own comrade's weapon. I threw my head back in theatrical grief. The tragedy. The injustice. Entertainment till death. Tips 300. Seraphim tips 200. Galaxy Brain tips 100. Pure love is invincible, says they finally understand what people mean by men's mouths are lying ghosts, comma, double standard. Reina lies and acts all day, and you worship her. I do it, and I'm a lying ghost. The demon leaders were buying it completely. They were furious at this phantom intruder. This human infiltrator is despicable, they roared. Bennett's eyes were red. True was controlled. Joyce was murdered by his own friend. Then what? I choked up beautifully. Even though I was badly wounded, I grabbed my sword to fight him. But he didn't even bother using True against me. You know what he said? I let my voice crack with humiliation. He called me a dying dog of the demon army. Said he'd finish me off personally. He insulted you like that. Bennett's tail slammed the ground so hard it cracked the stone. I was enraged, ready to fight to the death. He casually ordered True to kill himself with his own club, and True did it. 3 strikes to his own skull. The half-beast man leader Olsen let out a primal scream. TRU. He was an outstanding warrior. He died by his own weapon. No, every demon in the hall was seething. They wanted to rip this intruder apart. The intruder was me. I was standing right there, describing my own crimes. And they were comforting me for it. Entertainment till death, tips 100. Can't wait to see you get burned by your own fire someday. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Just as he was about to finish me off, Lady Kate arrived. I turned to Kate, my co-star. 3 arrows. The intruder dropped dead before he even knew she was there. Kate stepped forward and delivered her lines perfectly. I was patrolling nearby and heard fighting. I rushed over but arrived too late to save Joyce and True. If only I'd been faster. Lord Garlon, please punish me for my failure. Garlon shook his head. You both did your best. These intruders were cunning and cowardly. Ambushes and mind control items. Hard to defend against. Kate and I exhaled internally. He bought it. But we couldn't celebrate yet. Not yet. Both intruders are dead, Garlon asked. Yes, my lord, Kate replied. I've already ordered my people to bring back all the bodies. Bring them in. This was the moment of truth. They were going to inspect the corpses. Kate signaled at the door. Her subordinates carried in body after body. Joyce, skull caved in. True, head destroyed by his own club. 10 lizard men, burned and slashed. Everything matched my story perfectly. Because everything I said about how they died was technically true. I just left out the part where I was the one who did it. Then came the 2 human bodies, Vera's dead teammates. Kate and I had adjusted their corpses to match the narrative. Wounds in the right places. Equipment arranged to fit the story. Bennett glanced at the human corpses and turned to Garlon. Lord Garlon, give me one of these bodies. I will eat their flesh and wear their skin. Give me the other one, Olsen demanded. Granted, said Garlon. I looked at those 2 adventurers who'd come to this forest trying to earn money and silently apologized. Someday, when I escape, I'll find your families and make this right. Then, wait, a voice cut through the hall. Let me take a closer look at those bodies. My heart stopped. A figure pushed through the crowd from the left side of the hall. It was Alger, my big bro, the 5th-ranked leader. The clever, careful, detail-obsessed goblin who recommended me for my position. The one person in this dungeon smart enough to see through everything. Alger walked toward the corpses, 1 step at a time. Slow, deliberate. Kate and I had worked on those bodies carefully. Every wound, every detail matched my story. There shouldn't be any flaws. But Alger isn't Bennett. He's not some hot-headed brute who glances and moves on. He's the clever, capable, bold, and careful goblin who clawed his way to rank 5 through pure cunning. If anyone would spot a mistake, it'd be him. And if he did, it's over. Not just for me. For Reina, for the 20-something human workers, for Kate, for her entire dark elf tribe. Garlon would burn everything to the ground. Kate and I couldn't do anything. We just stood there, watching this green goblin crouch next to the bodies and start flipping them over, checking every detail. The hall went dead silent. Every demon in the room was watching Alger work. My hands were shaking. The last time I felt this powerless was when I found out my 1,000 yuan phone scam money was gone forever. Entertainment till death. Hopes Alger finds something suspicious. That would be entertaining. You want me to die? I hope you can hear me cursing you. Seraphim is praying for your safety. At least one god has my back. 3 minutes passed. 3 minutes of absolute hell. Then Alger stood up. He turned toward me. His footsteps were fast. Urgent. like a gust of wind. He crossed the hall and was suddenly right in front of me. I couldn't move. Every muscle locked. This is it. He's going to grab me and call me a traitor, and he hugged me. Lin En, brother, you've suffered. Those two human intruders deserve to die. I nearly fainted from relief. He didn't find anything. Big bro, my voice cracked instantly. Genuine emotion this time, fueled by pure terror. I'm so useless. Don't say that. Everything you did proved your loyalty to Lord Garlon. He let go and glanced at the knife wounds on my body. His expression flickered for a brief second, but he said nothing. The report concluded. Garlon issued 3 orders. 1. The 2 human corpses go to Bennett and Olsen. Eat them, skin them, whatever. 2. Increase patrols outside the dungeon. Inside, full preparation for the autumn offensive. Message to all humans. Mess with the dungeon and you die, no matter how far you run. 3. Reward Lin En for exceptional loyalty and valor. The rewards list hit me like a truck. A chest of gold coins. A new apartment. A maid. A high-grade healing potion. A high-grade mana recovery potion. A high-grade antidote. And a C-rank magic scroll called Golden Thunder. Money. Housing. A maid. Potions. A magic item. Garlon doesn't just talk. He delivers. No wonder so many demons follow him willingly. This guy understands employee retention. I hit the floor in a perfect prostration. Lord Garlon, I will die for you. You are the only sun in my sky. Your grace can never be repaid. Loyalty. Devotion. Alger started clapping. Then the whole hall erupted in applause. This was my moment. Leader 108, the loyal human, standing in the spotlight, bathed in glory. Thank you. Thank you, Big Brogia. Thank you all, brothers, tears streaming down my face. The performance of a lifetime. Kate stared at me from across the hall, visibly shaken. She was thinking, that's acting, right? His acting. Right. After the ceremony, I went to claim my rewards. The gold, the potions, the scroll, all great. But the real prize? What's your name? I asked the cat girl standing in front of me. A cat girl maid. I finally got my cat girl. Garlon had several servant-class beastkin available, and I picked her immediately. She had orange cat ears and a nervous expression. My lord, I'm a slave. I only have a number, not a name. She'd been born and raised in the dungeon, trained from birth to serve whatever leader claimed her. She'd been mentally prepared to become someone's maid or, worse, she just never expected her master to be a human. Having no name is inconvenient, I said, thinking for about 5 seconds before giving up on creativity. How about Alice? If you don't like it, you can pick your own. She dropped to one knee in shock. Thank you for the name, master. Don't kneel, but no kneeling. Ever. Also, we'll discuss your salary when we get home. If the job doesn't suit you, you can quit. Salary? Quit. She looked completely bewildered. Forgive me, master. I don't understand those words, right? Slavery culture. No concept of employment rights. We'll work on that. Never mind. Can you carry this chest of gold? Yes, master. Good. Let's go home. I walked through the dungeon streets carrying magic potions, a gold chest, and a cat girl maid. Life was good. For exactly this moment. But I wasn't fooling myself. I'd massacred an entire patrol squad, killed Joyce and True with my own hands, and framed 2 dead humans for all of it. There was no going back. The line between me and the demons was drawn in blood now. Next step, connect Reyna and Kate. Build a real alliance. Unite every hidden resistance force in this dungeon against Garlon. The stakes were getting higher with every move. This game was getting very, very big. Night fell. The workshop crew stumbled out like zombies after a full day of assembly line work. Guards escorted them back to the slave barracks. Reyna speed walked home. Absolutely not, because she was worried about me. She just needed to know if my patrol adventure had ruined her assassination plan. Totally different. She walked through the door and found me packing boxes. Next to me was an orange-eared cat girl in a black and white maid outfit. Reyna froze. Who is she? This is Alice. She's our maid now. She'll handle cooking and housekeeping. Hurry up and help. We're moving to a new place. A what? Hello, Lady Reyna, Alice said with a polite bow. I'd briefed Alice earlier. There's a lady of the house. She'll be back soon. Be nice. Reyna robotically said hello back, then grabbed a box and leaned in close. Catgirl maid? New house. What are you doing? I'll explain when we get there. Relax. Only good news. She did not look relaxed. We arrived at the new apartment, and Raina's jaw hit the floor. We can live here? A human? In this dungeon? Sure can. Gift from Lord Garlon himself. She was dying to know what I'd done to earn all this from the demons. I sent Alice to make dinner. Within minutes, actual delicious food smells were coming from the kitchen. Having a maid rules. Raina seized the moment. She grabbed my wrist and dragged me into the bedroom. Inside. Now, she slammed the door. 3 minutes. Explain everything. Yep. She was furious. All day at the workshop, she'd been convinced I was out partying with demons while she ground arrows until her hands bled. You probably assumed I was having fun while you worked, right? She glared. If I hadn't seen you carried home on a stretcher covered in blood, yes. That's exactly what I'd think. I'm fine. High-grade healing potion fixed me up. Who said I care? She pulled open my shirt to inspect me anyway. Definitely high-grade healing. What else did Garlon give you? Before I could answer, she cast holy healing art on both of us. Her exhaustion melted away. My remaining aches vanished completely. Pure love is invincible is swooning. A wife who heals her husband. Treasure this woman. 300 points. For Raina's sake. Your healing is way stronger than Vera's, I said without thinking. Vera, Raina's voice dropped 5 degrees. Who is Vera? Sit down. I really do have good news. She sat. Arms crossed. Talk. I gave her the condensed version of everything. Joining the patrol, killing the lizard men, encountering Vera the priestess, falling into the cursed ruins, fighting ghost armies, escaping, meeting Kate the dark elf. Finding out Kate is secretly anti-Garland, forming an alliance, staging the cover-up. Obviously, I left out the quest system, the points, the god tips, all transmigrated secrets. Raina's face went through about 12 different expressions of shock. When I finished, she said simply, "You're really something. Thanks. A dark elf resistance leader." That is good news. She was already calculating. More allies means better odds. Exactly. We need a united front against Garlon. Gather every hidden rebel. Combine forces. Take him down together. Raina stared at me. Your political awareness is surprisingly high. With everything Garlon just gave you, I half expected you to waver. Waver? After everything I did today? If Garlon ever finds out I slaughtered his patrol squad, I can't even imagine how I'd die. Fair point. She actually laughed. Well, at least I don't have to worry about you switching sides anymore. Then she asked the question I'd been dreading. Why did you kill the patrol squad? We agreed to grind performance. Why go rogue? Because the lizard men were evil. I was fighting for justice. Righteous fury. She stared through me. You did it for that Vera girl, didn't you? No. I'd already killed 10 lizard men before I even met her. She went quiet. She knew I was hiding something, but she couldn't figure out what. Pure love is invincible demands you be honest with your wife. Tell her everything. Tell her I'm from another planet with a god streaming system? She'd think I was insane. Or she'd kill me for knowing too much. Hard pass. She didn't push it. As long as she was sure I couldn't defect to the demons, she didn't care about my secrets. After Garlon was dead, we'd go our separate ways anyway. Funny thing is, I was thinking the exact same thing. When can I meet Kate? She asked. Not right away. I'm in the spotlight right now. Other leaders might be watching me out of jealousy. You're so important that demon leaders are jealous? She smirked. Quite the achiever. I try to stay humble, but my abilities won't let me. Will you die if you stop bragging? No, I got back on track. First priority, arrange a meeting between you and Kate. Second, keep producing bows. The workshop grind continues. More grinding? She shot up from her chair. It's my job. If I slack off, I lose Garland's trust. Tomorrow I'm staying in the workshop all day, I promise. You'd better. Knock knock. Master, dinner is ready. Coming. My stomach had been screaming for an hour. Raina was equally starving. We headed to the dining room. Alice is actually a great maid, I said happily. Gotta thank the great Lord Garlon for this blessing. Raina's face was completely blank. But as she stood up, a thought clearly crossed her mind. Vera, Kate, Alice. This idiot met 3 new girls in a single afternoon. When you're starving, even a flame saint can't eat gracefully. And I was worse. We both inhaled food like animals. Alice, your cooking is incredible. This was the first meal since arriving in this world that actually tasted like something a human should eat. Alice's orange tail swished happily. Since Master and Lady Reina are humans, I prepared dishes suited to human tastes. Genius. Sit down and eat with us? Her smile froze. I couldn't possibly. A maid eating with her master? My house, my rules. Sit. She looked at Reina for help. Reina was busy inhaling soup. She doesn't mind, I said. Alice picked up her utensils like a robot. Every fiber of her maid training was screaming that this was a death penalty offense. But her weird human master genuinely didn't care. Something shifted behind those orange cat eyes. She'd been taught all her life that humans were cruel, violent creatures. And here was one telling her to sit down and eat dinner together like a person. Dangerous kindness. The kind that makes cat girls lower their guard. After dinner, Alice presented herself holding my fresh clothes. Master, shall I attend to your bath? Reina's head slowly rotated toward me like a horror movie. I never asked for that, I said immediately. Master didn't ask, Alice blushed slightly, but assisting with bathing and sleeping arrangements. Our standard maid duties. Reina's stare intensified. The look said, so that's why you picked a cat girl maid. Very calculated. Alice, I don't need help with bathing, or sleeping, or anything private. Just cook, clean, and do basic housework. That's it. She looked genuinely distressed. Master, do you think I'm not capable? I promise I'll make you very comfortable. Me. Reina. Lin En, Reina said with the fakest smile I've ever seen. Did you get a maid? Or a second wife? A maid. Obviously. I turned to Alice. Cooking, cleaning, laundry. That's the job. I'll pay you 5 gold coins a month. Pay me? Master, I can't take your money. And those duties are too easy. Let me work at the workshop too. Please, I want to prove myself. She actually thought I was testing her work ethic and planning to return her if she failed. I was about to say the workshop was too hard for her when a pair of murderous eyes locked onto me from the side. Oh, the workshop is too hard for her. Reina's voice could have frozen lava. So Alice gets to stay home, but I have to grind in the factory? Busted. Look, I felt bad for the cat girl. But Reina is a saint-class warrior. How is arrow making even tiring for her? You can skip the workshop too, I backpedaled. I'm promoting Brady to assistant manager tomorrow. I don't know how to do housework, Reina said, dripping with passive aggression. Guess I'll just go back to being Lord Lin En's slave in the workshop. Pure love is invincible is furious. Is this how you treat your wife? Go make her happy right now. Seraphim agrees. Make her happy? If I had any skill at making girls happy, I would have had a girlfriend in high school. And then, Pure Love is Invincible has gifted you an S-rank item, Romance Manual. Romance Manual, Love, from beginner to expert. Can I decline this? No. Then it goes in the corner to collect dust forever. I will never use this item. Unless I meet someone I actually like. Bedtime. New apartment. Bigger bed. Softer mattress. Reina and I still had to maintain the married couple act. I noticed something different. You're taking off your armor tonight. It was uncomfortable. Is that a problem? First thing she did after lying down, draw the boundary line. Cross it, and it goes on your permanent record. I won't cross it, I said. Unlike someone who already has one violation on file, she drew the line. I looked at it. Wait, my territory is this small. I'm a strong nation. You're a weak nation. It's only natural I have more land. Fine. Let's see who invades tonight. Whoever crosses is a dog. We turned our backs to each other. Then my divine audience lost their collective minds. Pure love is invincible. Are you two children? Use the romance manual. Have an adult battle in bed. Seraphim agrees. Entertainment till death agrees. Sword Art Online agrees. Galaxy Brain agrees. Sad Little Mouse agrees. Wait, who? I was about to curse out these perverts when I noticed a new name. Sequence 5 God Sad Little Mouse has entered your channel. Your and Reina's negative energy is delicious to them. A god who feeds on couple dysfunction. Fantastic. Exactly what my channel needed. I'm one of the most upstanding people in this whole world. Why do I only attract weirdos? We woke up at the same time. Face to face. Again. But we didn't care about that anymore. Border inspection came first. OHHO. I caught her red-handed. Saintess, a full third of your holy leg has crossed the border. She yanked it back, but too late. You must have moved it there while I was sleeping. Did you touch my leg? Lose gracefully or don't play. Bad sleeping posture isn't my fault. She gritted her teeth. Fine. On the record, that's 2 violations now. I said cheerfully. By the rules, that's one hand and one foot. Don't get cocky. You'll cross eventually. My sleeping posture was forged in the crucible of a high school dormitory bunk bed. I am invincible, unless she cheats. Which I wouldn't put past her. After our morning border dispute, we washed up and sat down for breakfast. Alice had already prepared a full spread. She could clearly sense that her master and Lady Reyna weren't exactly harmonious. Alice, sit down and eat. From now on, don't wait for me to tell you. Why, yes, master. She was nervous but secretly thrilled. A kind master was more than she'd ever hoped for. Question, I said between bites of actually delicious bread. Some of this food isn't from the dungeon, right? Where'd you buy it? Alice was a walking dungeon encyclopedia. She'd grown up here. She knew things Reyna and I couldn't learn in a week. The Graham Market, she said. It carries most human-grade ingredients. Graham. Why does that name sound familiar? Then it clicked. He's the 10th ranked leader. Graham the werewolf. There are 107 other leaders. Cut me some slack on the names. Alice explained. Graham and his wolf tribe handle supply runs from human markets into the dungeon. They're basically the logistics department. Monopoly on imported goods. Prices are steep. Of course they're expensive, I said. Sole supplier, no competition, plus high transport costs. Labor, materials, spoilage losses. Wow. Alice clapped her little hands together. Master is so knowledgeable. Haha, well, Lord Lin En, Reyna interrupted with the sweetest, most terrifying smile. Can't the delicious bread keep your mouth shut? Alice and I both went silent. Reyna was mad. Why? Partly because she'd been recorded for 2 border violations. Partly because watching Alice praise me made her inexplicably irritated. She couldn't even explain it herself. After breakfast, Reyna went to change clothes. Alice quietly asked me, Master, did I upset Lady Reyna? What? No, I was certain I'd upset Reyna. The border thing. Don't worry about it. Are you sure? I'm not going to fire you. As long as you don't want to quit, the job is yours. I'd already decided. When I eventually escape this dungeon, Alice comes with me. A free catgirl maid. Leaving her behind would be a crime against the universe. I want to stay by Master's side forever, she said. Forever is a pretty strong word. But okay. Anyway, she's not mad at you. She's mad at me. She dares be mad at you, Master. She dares? I puffed up my chest, then quickly checked that Reyna was still in the bedroom. Safe. Of course she doesn't dare. Master is so strong. Alice's eyes sparkled. But the housework is really too little. Please let me help at the workshop. Here's the thing. I'd already scanned Alice's stats. This girl's constitution, strength, and agility were absurdly high. Species talent. Catkin are apparently natural-born athletes. Instead of the workshop, I want you to train your body during your free time. Practice fighting. Trust me, Alice, you have incredible combat talent. She didn't know I'd read her data. She just thought I was being nice again, and her tail went into maximum wag mode. Yes, Master. I'll train hard after every chore. My plan, get my hands on a skill scroll someday, teach Alice combat techniques, and turn her into a battle maid. She'd protect herself and serve as my bodyguard. With her natural stats, she'd be terrifying once she had actual skills. Free. Catgirl. Battle maid. Lord Garlon, your generosity truly knows no bounds. Reyna came out in a simple gray dress. The color went perfectly with her silver-white hair. Looks great, I said. Really suits you. My why. Alice was standing right there, so I swallowed, Saintus, and pivoted. My wife really knows how to dress. Pure love is invincible, tips 100 points, and says keep complimenting her. For once, I wasn't even farming points. She genuinely looked good. Reyna's cheeks turned pink. She looked away. Oh, let's go. She took my arm. Standard public couple performance. Oh, I almost forgot. Last night, after Reyna got annoyed about the workshop situation, something happened. Pure Love is Invincible gifted you an S-rank item. Romance Manual. Love, from beginner to expert. Can I refuse this? No. Then it sits in the corner and rots. I will never use this thing. Every god on my channel, 5 of them, unanimously voted for me to use the Romance Manual and have an adult battle in bed. Even the Seraphim. Even the Seraphim. The angel guarding Reyna's faith wanted me to make a move on Reyna. And somehow a new god snuck in. Sequence 5, Sad Little Mouse, who apparently feeds on couple dysfunction. My relationship drama is literally someone's food. Why? Can't. I attract. Normal. Gods. Let's go? To work. I raised my fist. For Lord Garland. On the way to the workshop with Reyna, I checked my stats. Somehow I'd accumulated 1,900 points. But I'd learned my lesson from yesterday. That scummy map scam that cost me 98 points because I was broke at the worst possible moment. From now on, never spend everything. Always keep a few hundred in reserve. Just like a fire hydrant needs water, a man needs emergency cash. So where to spend? Yesterday was all combat upgrades because I was literally fighting for my life. But I'd been neglecting constitution and agility. The run away faster stats. Time to fix that. Constitution, 1416. Agility, 1114. For skills, I skipped the combat ones and upgraded my survival essentials. Silver tongue to LV.8, because my entire existence in this dungeon runs on deception. Mental fortress to LV.9. Too many secrets to let anyone peek inside my brain. 400 points kept in savings. Character level, 15. No longer a nameless nobody. I reviewed my channel. 4 followers. Entertainment till death. Pure love is invincible. Seraphim and Sword Art Online. 2 lurkers who haven't followed yet. Galaxy Brain and Sad Little Mouse. Galaxy Brain probably thinks I'm not smart enough. Sad Little Mouse feeds on negativity, and I'm apparently too upbeat. An optimistic sunshine boy, like me, just can't attract the emo gods. Item inventory, Rainbow Sword, S rank, my baby. Blazing Sword Aura and Frost Sword Aura, A rank, saving for emergencies. Romance Manual, S rank, gathering dust in a corner forever. Plus Garland's gifts, high-grade mana potion, high-grade antidote, and a golden thunder scroll, D rank. All useful, not converting any to points. Then I glanced at Reyna's stats and nearly choked. She'd gone up 2 levels, from 29 to 31, while making arrows in a workshop. How? Does assembly line work count as training? Apparently yes, for a genius like her. She'd been cultivating the whole time while working. Like one of those academic prodigies who solves calculus problems in a noisy marketplace and still scores perfect. The Flame Saint is a study god, tier talent. I'm a goldfish swimming next to a whale. She caught me staring. Why are you looking at me? Planning something creepy, what? Can I look? You're pretty. Is that a crime? Humph. You say whatever people want to hear. Total snake. If we met outside this dungeon, I'd have cut you down on sight. Hey, pure love is invincible. Did you hear that? She wants to kill me. Pure love is invincible was conveniently offline. You're one to talk, I shot back. Yesterday when I was on the stretcher, you held my hand, crying like your heart was breaking. Kate probably thinks we're actually in love. I had to sell it. Don't you dare think I actually care about you. I know. But seriously, teach me how to cry like that. Your crying game is elite. You want me to teach you? Yesterday in the Great Hall you were sobbing over the lizard men you murdered like they were your blood brothers. Fair point. We're both terrible people with incredible acting skills. Then, a voice behind us. Lin En. We both stiffened. I didn't need to turn around. I knew that voice. Big bro Gia? What's up? I turned with my friendliest smile. Alger was mounted on a unicorn, looking rushed. Emergency meeting at the War Command Center in 30 minutes. You're attending. And bring her. He pointed at Reyna. Both of you. Don't be late. He rode off before I could ask a single question. Reyna and I looked at each other. War Command Center? Emergency meeting? And they specifically want Reyna there? Yesterday Garland said full focus on autumn offensive preparations. No big moves. So what changed? And why bring Reyna? I'm a leader. Being summoned makes sense. But Reyna is officially just my wife. A sealed, powerless former knight. What do they want with her? My brain spiraled into worst-case scenarios. What do you think this is about? I asked. How would I know? You have way more intel than me. Worst case. It's a trap? Like a classic ambush? Come to a meeting, and then, surprise, 500 soldiers with axes. A what? It's a famous trick from my homeland. Invite someone to dinner. Then signal the hidden assassins. You think they're luring us in to kill us? Maybe. Extremely unlikely, Reyna said calmly. First, you clearly weren't exposed yesterday. If they knew, why wait until today? Second, this is a dungeon. They don't need tricks. Alger could have just surrounded us right here and attacked. Why bother with a fake meeting? I slapped my own forehead. You're right. I'm overthinking this. Look at you. Trembling like a coward, She smirked right at me. But why did Alger specifically ask for you to come? Who cares? Reyna shrugged. If it's a trap, we fight our way out. Ah yes. The Hustle Queen's solution to everything. Violence. Before the meeting, I stopped by the workshop to set things up. Promoted Brady to assistant manager. He got it immediately. Work hard, produce results, stay alive. Simple math. We'll give everything for Lord Garlon, Brady declared. That's the spirit. I'll work on improving everyone's food and housing. I didn't tell him about the rescue plan. Fewer people who know, the better. Reyna and I headed to the War Command Center. The moment I stepped inside, my heart unclenched. It was an actual meeting room, with actual leaders sitting around a table. No hidden compartments. No 500 axe-wielding soldiers behind curtains. Bennett was there. Olsen the half-beast man. Kate too. Sitting across the table, not making eye contact with me. Smart. I sat next to Bennett. Big bro, what's this meeting about? No idea. Got summoned just like you. Olsen didn't know either. Nobody knew. At least I wasn't being singled out. Alger rushed in, drenched in sweat from riding around notifying everyone. I poured him water like a good little brother. Didn't ask questions. Meeting was about to start anyway. 13 leaders seated. Reyna in a chair just behind me. The room went quiet. Then footsteps. Heavy ones. I expected Garlon. Instead, the door filled with someone else entirely. A dragon man. Fraser Alvaro. Second-ranked leader. Garland's right hand. Known as the Tyrant. He wasn't a true dragon. He was a sub-dragon species. But the pressure radiating off him was no different from a real one. 2.5 meters tall. Dark red scales covering muscles that looked like they could crush boulders. Each scale gleamed like polished metal. Dragon-like skull. Amber slit pupils that swept across the room like searchlights. Everyone they touched flinched. Even Olsen, the rowdiest leader in the dungeon, sat up straight. Membranous wings folded behind his back. At his waist hung a pair of bizarre weapons. Half blade, half claw, edges glowing dark red, like they'd been soaked in the blood of countless warriors. I tried scanning him. I tried scanning Garlon before and got nothing. Too strong, too far above me. But Fraser. It worked. Fraser Alvaro. Age 404. Level 49. Constitution 46. Strength 45. Agility 47. Magic 50. 5 combat skills, the highest at LV.50. 2 divine protections, including a 4th tier 1. Evaluation. Bloodthirsty Tyrant. My liver trembled. If Fraser is this strong, and Garlon is stronger than Fraser, Garlon must be level 50 plus. No wonder Kate called our assassination plan suicidal. Fraser sat at the head of the table. Everyone here, his voice was like rolling thunder. Alger stood. Yes, Lord Fraser. I barely breathed. Somehow this guy felt even scarier than Garlon. I've called you all here because something serious has happened. His claws tapped the table. Each tap made everyone's heart jump. As you know, we maintain numerous secret outposts outside the Mist Forest. All under my command. Right. The demon forces aren't just in this dungeon. There are hidden bases scattered throughout the region, all managed by Fraser. Lord Garlon departed last night for the Demon King's castle. The moment he left, half of our 20 secret outposts were wiped out by human forces. What? Olsen shot to his feet. 10 outposts? How is that possible? The room erupted in shocked chatter. I stayed completely silent. This was the first time I'd even heard about secret outposts, or that Garlon had left for the Demon King's castle. The fact that I was being told classified military intelligence meant the demons trusted me way more than I'd realized. That thought should have been comforting. Instead, it made me deeply uneasy. Then Fraser said the words that turned my blood to ice. 10 hidden outposts were easily destroyed because there is a traitor among us. Dead silence. Me. Reyna. We both went rigid. Reyna prepared to fight. I prepared to run. Wait. Hold on. I just learned about these outposts 5 seconds ago. I had nothing to do with this. Fraser's traitor is someone else. My eyes drifted across the table to a certain dark elf girl sitting calmly in her seat. Oh no. Is this Kate's doing? Did she leak the outpost locations to the humans? Is Kate about to get caught? I looked at Kate. Kate looked at me. Our eyes met for half a second. Not her. Confirmed through eye contact alone. She didn't do this. Makes sense. Kate has the cunning schemer trait. She'd never be this sloppy. And she confirmed the same about me. I obviously didn't leak outpost locations I didn't even know existed. I signaled Reyna behind me. Stay calm. We're fine. Nobody's exposed. Now we wait and watch. Fraser's words hung in the air like a guillotine. There is a traitor among us. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then, movement. A leader at the far end of the table bolted for the door. That's the traitor. ROAR. Fraser's roar shook the entire room. He'd known all along. He was waiting for this. Waiting for the rat to panic and run, because a bloodthirsty tyrant prefers his prey in motion. Fraser activated Tyrant's pressure. Every person in the room felt like gravity doubled. My human body took it the worst. I nearly face-planted into the table. It felt like 100 kilos suddenly dropped onto my shoulders. The runner was one step from the door when the pressure froze him mid-stride. In that split second, whoosh, Fraser moved like a meteor. One moment at the head of the table, next moment at the door. Fraser activated Bloodthirst Assault. I wrenched my head around to see who the traitor was. Wings on his back. A featherwing tribesman. Norbert Ruiz, the 13th ranked leader. It clicked instantly. Yesterday, Kate told me. After the three-tribe alliance lost to Garlon, the Dark Elves went underground, the Goblins surrendered completely, and the Featherwing tribe split. Half submitted, half secretly resisted. Norbert was resistance, but he'd been too reckless, too sloppy. And now, boom. Fraser activated Scale-Crushing Stomp. Fraser's foot slammed Norbert into the ground before he could even spread his wings. Claws pierced straight through his back. Blood pooled across the floor instantly. 1 second, honored leader at the meeting table. Next second, a bug under a dragon man's boot. My heart was hammering. 3 skills in 3 seconds. Overwhelming power. Terrifying speed. This is what happens to traitors who get caught. Ha ha ha. Norbert didn't beg. He actually laughed through the blood. Yeah, Fraser. It was me. I connected the church's Lionheart Knights and the Ashton Garrison to wipe out your 10 outposts. Even if you kill me now, worth it. Slam. Every demon leader pounded the table, screaming for Norbert to be torn apart. Kate and I joined in. We had to, because right now, our situation was extremely delicate. A Featherwing tribesman just got exposed as a traitor. How long before Fraser starts wondering about the Dark Elf leader? Or the human leader who just got publicly praised yesterday? Incomplete loyalty is complete disloyalty. That's how these people think. Fraser kept his foot on the dying Norbert and turned to the room. Kate, does your Dark Elf tribe also remember those old grudges? There it was. Exactly what I feared. He was using Norbert to test everyone else. Kate's face went stone cold. That's ancient history. Our tribes were foolish to resist Lord Garland's army. After witnessing his power and receiving his grace, the Dark Elf tribe is eternally loyal. No second thoughts. Same here. The goblin leader Cleesh practically tripped over himself to declare loyalty. His goblin tribe genuinely submitted to Garlon. They were terrified of getting dragged down by Norbert. Kate. Cleesh. Norbert spat blood and screamed. You spineless cowards. Loyal to demons? How can you face the warriors who died fighting them? Kate was about to fire back, but Cleesh beat her to it with a speech so vicious it made my skin crawl. Shut up, traitor. Lord Garlon is wise and generous. He never mistreated us. I regret that we goblins ever joined you Featherwings and Dark Elves in opposing him. Lord Garlon forgave us, promoted us. His grace is infinite. And you repay him with betrayal? Lord Fraser, execute Norbert. Exterminate his entire tribe, holy. This goblin just called for genocide to prove his loyalty. That's cold-blooded even by dungeon standards. Cleesh, you'll die screaming. Norbert coughed blood, his insides already destroyed by Fraser's stomp. Fraser spoke calmly. Kate, Cleesh, I won't suspect your tribes because of Norbert's betrayal. Lord Garlon trusts those he employs. He won't doubt you without cause. Continue serving faithfully. Thank you, Lord Fraser, Kate said formally. The Dark Elves will never betray. Same, Cleesh squeaked. The intimidation worked perfectly. Kate and Cleesh had been put on notice, publicly reminded where they stood. Subtle and brutal at the same time. Don't underestimate this tyrant's brain just because he looks like walking violence. Then Fraser's amber-slit pupil swiveled. To me. Oh, come on. You're going to intimidate the guy who got a standing ovation for loyalty yesterday? Were you not there? Are you blind? Lin En, Fraser began. I switched to my brightest smile instantly. Lord Fraser. How may I serve you? Lin En, your loyalty is well known to all. Fraser drew one of those bizarre curved blades from his waist. Would you mind being the one to execute Norbert? My face hardened into pure determination. Mind? Lord Fraser, this isn't a burden. It's an honor. Every leader in this room wishes they could do it. I'm deeply grateful you chose me. Ha. Fraser loved that. Truly worthy of Lord Garland's trust. Come forward. Yes, Lord Fraser. And after you kill Norbert, you'll take his position. You are now the 13th ranked leader. Huh. I put on my best humble act. Lord Fraser, I'm not worthy. Don't refuse. I have an important task for you afterward. I'm certain you'll excel and prove you deserve the rank. Important task? What important task? What does this monster want me to do? I went from death row prisoner to leader 108, and now I'm jumping to 13? My career trajectory in this demon dungeon is honestly terrifying. Entertainment till death congratulates your rocket speed promotion. Congratulate what? I'm being asked to behead someone. Seraphim can't bear to watch Norbert die, so they've closed their eyes. Even gods look away. But I can't. I accepted the blade. I would walk through fire for Lord Fraser. 10,000 deaths would not stop me. Good. Ha. On the ground, Norbert lifted his head and locked eyes with me. Lin En, you human traitor. Since the age of myths, humans and demons have been enemies. They're just using you as a tool. When you're no longer useful, they'll eat you alive. Shut up. I roared with perfectly performed rage. A wise lord like Garland would never discard loyal servants. You treasonous filth, don't try to poison our hearts. I raised the blade. One clean cut. The least I could give him was a quick death. Wait. Fraser raised his hand. I froze. Yes? Almost forgot something. He called toward the door. Come in, Nicolo. A young featherwing tribesman entered. Same wings as Norbert. The moment Norbert saw him, he went completely unhinged. Was it you? Nicolo. Did you betray me? Nicolo flinched backward, unable to meet his former leader's eyes. Fraser smiled. Nicolo here reported your treason. He was smart enough not to follow you into ruin. From today, he replaces Lin En as the 108th leader. This wasn't just an execution. This was psychological destruction. Fraser wanted Norbert to die knowing his most trusted subordinate had sold him out. Norbert screamed, cursed, coughed blood, laughed, cried, all at once. He completely broke. Fraser's goal: crush the mind before killing the body. Mission accomplished. Every person in the room felt a chill. This is how the tyrant operates. Not just violence, precision cruelty. Proceed, Lin En. I swung. Thwack. Norbert's head rolled across the floor and stopped at the meeting table. The demon leaders applauded. Some licked their lips at the smell of blood. This is the demon army. Killing and eating people is Tuesday for them. I'd had no choice. But standing there holding a blood-soaked blade, headless body at my feet. For a moment, I felt like I'd become one of them. Your blade, Lord Fraser. I returned the weapon with both hands. He ordered the body displayed in the central plaza. A message to everyone. This is what happens to traitors. Guards cleaned the blood. Within minutes, the room looked like nothing had happened. Fraser moved to the second agenda item. Norbert's entire clan, men, women, children, elderly, would be exterminated. Other featherwing tribes were safe, but should take this as a lesson. Nicolo volunteered to lead the massacre to prove his loyalty. No, Fraser said. Your loyalty isn't in question. But your ability is lacking. Nicolo went pale, but Fraser wasn't punishing him, just being honest. Kate, you'll handle it. Kate stood. It would be my honor, Lord Fraser. She accepted the order to slaughter Norbert's tribe. A tribe that was secretly on her side. A tribe fighting the same enemy she was fighting. This dungeon forces you to do terrible things to survive. Kate turned to leave, but Fraser stopped her. Not yet. There's a third matter. The most important one. She sat back down. Fraser stood. Killing Norbert and eliminating his clan won't bring back the 100 demon soldiers who died at those 10 outposts. I'll take responsibility before Lord Garland for failing to manage the external territories. The leaders protested. It was Norbert's fault, not Fraser's. I appreciate the sentiment, but our army rewards and punishes fairly. For everyone. He paused. Lord Garland ordered us to prepare for the autumn offensive and avoid major actions. However, we cannot simply accept the loss of 10 outposts and 100 warriors. So I've called this meeting to discuss. Striking back, I plan to destroy the church's Lionheart Knights and the kingdom's Ashton garrison, the forces that wiped out our outposts. Before Lord Garlon returns from the Demon King's castle, he scanned the room. Who agrees? Who opposes?